Whoa, is that the wonderful, yet sometimes trolling Nana? Glad to see you here, Nana.
Hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. 네, 다이스키다요?
Misa, hope you have a great stream. Surely, chat won't troll you.
Hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. 네, 다이스키다요? Hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. 네, 다이스키다요?
John has entered the chat and leveled up to 35.
Hello. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. 네, 다이스키다요?
It's Chief. Quick, hide before he bullies you. I mean, welcome on in.
I'm waiting for a mic. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good time zone. I guess I left you with a lot of conversation to be had in the pre-chat. Don't take it out of context, though, please. Hello. Let me scroll up. I believe I have to scroll up because some people will be in the pre-chat like at 7:20, and then their chats disappeared. So if you are lurking, thank you for the lurk and for stopping by, None. I appreciate it. Mage, welcome on in. I hope you're doing better than yesterday. Hope you're having a good Sunday. I saw Maud drop in an emote. I hope Maud is enjoying their break from streaming. They're like 10-minute, I don't know, 15-20 minute break. Hope the break is good. John, welcome on in. Also hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. I hope your weather is better than mine. And Chief, welcome on in. We missed you yesterday. I know Barkle came in trying to talk about you. He knew you weren't around, so he tried to talk about you. But I hope that the concert went well. New curse? No, first of all, no. Lore is sacred and we cannot touch it. So, no. We'll talk. No. No. We're not messing with the... Today is a lore stream specifically because everybody keeps getting it wrong on Twitter. I can post anything and get wrong responses, and so I want to do a stream about it. And then I can probably get some clips from it and put it on YouTube and be like, go watch this clip so you know. So now you know. Mod check? Yes, there was a mod check earlier.
The supportive ghost cat, Maud, has appeared in the chat.
Maud. I hope you're enjoying your break, Maud. And please rest. If you need to rest your voice more, please do so. We don't want you to lose your voice. But no, there will be no mops. There will be no mops. Okay. I am going to go over my proposed schedule for next week, and then we'll hop into lore. For the lore piece, I'll just be kind of like reading and talking about my lore. That way you guys can get an idea. Not everybody was around the first time I went over it, and not everybody has read it. I'll also post some pictures as well, lore art that I have. I'll have it up on screen. I'll also answer any questions that you might have about my OC, or how did I come up with anything, the lore, background, whatever. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot them and I will answer them. Also, if you have any questions about lore creation, because every once in a while people ask about it, and if you're somebody that's like, well, where do I put my lore? How do I start my lore? Is lore important? Any kind of questions like that, feel free to ask them as well. Yeah. You're having a good break. I am glad you're having a good break. I saw you playing Payday earlier. Is it working better? Because I know some people are saying the servers are bad, so I haven't even bothered to check out the Xbox thingy. What's it called? The Game Pass? I haven't checked it. Because people were like, the servers are wonky. And it's not like I'm good at it. I literally played Payday 2 twice. And it was with a friend who basically babied me. Quote unquote taught me. But really just babied me. Just babied me through the game. So yeah. I am not a good person to play Payday with. Hello, Matt. Welcome on in. Means to talk about vampirism? Yes, we are. We're going to talk about my schedule first, and then we'll hop into lore. And upon talked about schedule, we'll talk about October, which is technically next month. Next week. Well, I guess October is next month, which is next week. That's a tongue twister. It's called being Sharpied, not being babies. Sharpied? What? How come I can't read it? Ow. Sharpayed, not being babies. What? A friend bought my Payday 3, so I'm going to play it more. Oh, someone bought it for you? Nice. I was baby because I didn't know what I was doing, and they were just like really, really hand-holding a lot. Which I like. I'm not gonna lie. I like hand-holding in games. Because I never know what I'm doing. And I like people that are very like they are okay with that. They're not getting mad that you're like messing up and forgetting what to do. They're just there like, I don't know. They're just there to hold your hand and walk you through the game. But not everybody's like that. Some people are just very serious about their games and they want you to learn very quickly. Like SurePass, SurePaid, SurePod. Like your headbest. Okay, so what do I have planned? Let me see if I have it. Mostly like hand holding in games. I thought that first of all, there's nothing wrong with holding hands, and I meant that figuratively. As in, someone's like, this is how you do this. You press this button. And, oh, let me do this for you because this is too hard. Oh, you died? Let me go revive you. It's okay. And, oh, you know, over here, this is how you do this. And this is how you do this and that, blah, 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 blah. They just explain. They're basically being a teacher to a teacher. I like that. I like that. No, it's not. And besides, I the only hand toggles I got is, you can hold the gun. There's gun holding. You can hold a knife, although you get cut. There could be knife holding. And I guess maybe here, but there would also be a mic in the middle. That's it. That's all I got. I don't have any more arms, guys. I'm sorry. Be quiet. You're throwing me off. Anyways. Got to go with me. So, no, don't leave now. That's why I don't remember if I am going to get a gun again or not. Because I feel like I don't use it that much. And then every single time people are like, oh my god, there's a gun. I gotta go. I'm gonna get shot. I'll keep the knife though. I know I'm messing with you sometimes, hand holding in both senses of the word in games. It is nice. Okay, so tomorrow I may do a day stream. I haven't decided yet. So on my schedule, it'll just be a question mark. So it'll be a gorilla stream if I do. Just means I'll just pop up on stream. If people show up, cool. If they don't show up, cool. Because I'm not working tomorrow, and I think I might just do a little bit of a day stream. I haven't decided. Yeah, gorilla stream. That's what they call it. You just kind of stream unplanned. Mondays is never a planned day to stream, but I might do it. I'm not working tomorrow. Tuesday, we're gonna do DBD, Dead by Daylight. Another game that I need hand holding. Why? I don't know. I think I'm gonna do like a Batsu DBD stream. Because remember, it'll be the last week of Subtember. So I'm just trying to make the last streams interesting for you guys. So it'll be DBD, where every time I die, which will probably be about every round, I'm thinking like I have to do cringe pickup lines or cringe dad jokes. Each time I die, it'll be up to chat. They get to pick. Yeah, I think that's going to be painful. Painful for everybody. I feel like that'll be interesting. So every time I die, I have to say something very cringe. And probably get a lot of clips from it. I'm used to doing cringe pick. Yeah, I know. I'm going to have like a list up and I'm just going to read them. So we'll do it on Tuesday. Wednesday, Elden Ring. Not my favorite game, but we have still a timer to go. I'm just gonna leave the timer as is and let it go down. But yeah, more Elden Ring. Don't like it, but we'll do it. Someone asked me earlier today, why are you playing a game if you don't like it? I'm like, cause chat made me. Susie considered queuing up as killer during the stream. Oh no. Now I get killed by Matt. No. Cringe pickup lines, I'm in. I don't know, I was trying to think of something different because I don't want to do beans. I'm almost out of beans and the beans are gross. So the first thing that popped in my mind was you just have to say something cringe. So we'll do that. So DBD, and that'll be like a practice run if I want to like do it more of it for October. Thursday off, collecting cookies. Friday. So Friday will be one of our event streams, one of our unlocks. So we'll do our hand cam stream, and it's going to be called World Snacks Taste Test. So instead of it just being Asian snacks, we're going to have Japanese snacks, Korean snacks, and Latin American snacks. I already got the Japanese snacks. I'm gonna go to the store tomorrow and get some Korean snacks. And I've already went to the Latin American store last week and got some, Mexican and Latin American snacks. So it'll just be like a taste testing, hand cam stream. I'll show you all the different goodies I got and I'll try them all out and tell you what I think about them. We just got some chocolate covered strawberries from Japan and they're amazing. I bet. I haven't seen those though, but I bet. But we'll do that. It'll be like hand cam. So we haven't done that in a while. Have a bunch of like sweets around and you got, I don't know, just foods and snacks and drinks and try them out on stream. Saturday is a TBA because I don't know. Some people aren't very clear, so I don't know if they wanted me to collab with them or not. So if they do, then I'll do that. If not, I think I will do, I'm going to probably call them learning art streams. Maybe it'll be my first where I actually try to jump back into art streams. Because I do want to get back into that. So if they're not going to, if it isn't like a collab thing, then it'll be art. And then Sunday, even though it'll be October, I just kind of want to keep things clear cut because I make my schedule Monday through Sunday. That'll be the last day of September on Sunday. And we're going to do the finale. Oh no. No. The finale is going to be Misa's Husbando tier list stream where I will take a bunch of husbandos and rate them. So basically a shrimp stream, the one and only Misa shrimping stream. And you guys can also throw in people. So how this is going to work is I'm going to make the list of people that come to my mind and throw them in the list. And I'm going to let you guys basically mess with me by throwing in people you want to see on the list and see how I would rate them. So I'm going to pick one of the server channels and then you can dump people in there. And then I'll add them to the list. That way there's kind of some community aspect to it. And you guys can just mess me up with maybe ones I did not expect. So we'll do that on Sunday. Yeah. I'd be down for more art streams. I know you did a bit self-deprecation in your recent derp drawing. I thought it was really good. I appreciate that, Matt. Actually, I said this before. I got those, what do you call it? Free to use base emotes where like it's just a ball base emote. It's just like the basically like the skull of a drawing. And I been watching enough art streams to see that that's what most artists do. They go over the base, or a lot of them do. They go over to trace over the base, and then they customize it to whatever the customer is. So I've been trying that out, and they've turned out pretty decent. So I want to start practicing that as my practicing, because what stops me from doing art is I freeze in just getting the base. I'm not good at doing bases, and then I end up just throwing all my art away. So I think having the base there, they are free to use or pay to use the ones that I've gotten. Just using those to get the base, and then customizing as best I can to practice art. I'm really bad at layering. I don't know how to do layers of art at all, so it's very terrible. So it'll be like a learning process of trying to figure that out as well. So if the person isn't going to collab on Saturday, we'll do art. Otherwise, we'll start art the following week. Try to learn from digital art myself. That's some solid advice. Yeah, I like the bases. I'm horrible at them. Really? It is a bit hard. Because the most recent bases I got, the lines are very thick. And then when I'm trying to do the tracing, you'd think tracing is easy. It's not. I can't see because it's black. I can't see because I don't know layering, so I have to use black because that's my main layer, and I can't see if I'm making my lines thicker. It's a process, so we may do that on Saturday. Otherwise, the following week we'll start an art series, I guess, and go from there. Hopefully I'll get comfortable doing certain ones and I can do them for people. Unfortunately, I don't know how to do emotes. They are emote bases, but I don't know how to make the file an emote. but some people know how to do it. So if I make it for somebody and they can turn it into an emote, that'd be cool. Like, you'd have to find someone, because that happened for a friend. I drew a picture for them and their friend turned it into an emote. Chief, yes, Chief is here. Love that you did. Yes, Chief. Yes, you could give thanks to Chief. He did the wallpaper engine. I gave him the image and he went in and did all the fancy stuff. So you can give him the thanks for the hard work that he did, and that I appreciate a lot. And wallpaper engine, $5. Yeah, it was like $5 in Steam. There is a make a wallpaper option. You just need to try out the effects with paintbrush tool. And here, but can't hear you all the way in a moment. Oh, you can't hear all the way? Am I low, or you mean like you're busy? You're probably busy. I think I'm fine. Yeah, send wallpaper engine. And if you haven't or are interested, just do wallpaper. I spelled it wrong. There we go. Thank you, John. Oh, and they're louder than the... Whoa. Who are you talking to at like 8:30 p.m.? I can't stand a phone, let alone the phone at the evening time. Thank you, thank you. Mr. Stelio Burrito. Ooh, woo. Put the burritos in a bag and no one gets hurt. I don't have any burritos, I'm sorry. We can give you some cookies, though. I can give you cookies. I can't give you burritos, though. There you go. It didn't work. Why? I have my TTS on. I know I have it on. It's on. I did. How about this? Cookie. Chat? How about that?
Itoigorumasa gave Chad a cookie.
There you go. Drop a breed and I'll drop a follow. There you go.
I give you a burrito.
There you go. My my little assistant here gives you a burrito. Ow. He'll give you a... Nyan will give you a ghost burrito with ghost peppers in it. Anyways, I've been talking too much. So that's the schedule. Maybe if you see me, you might see me tomorrow during a day stream. And then the rest of the streams will be posted. Also, for the VR chat meetup, I put a poll in Discord. Please do not vote if you have no intention of participating. Because I scheduled it and literally only one person signed up. And I was like, okay, maybe I need to give you guys more time. Or, ow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on In the Twilight. I am Misa. I'm a Daywalker vampire VTuber. Blech. Anyways, so vote what best time and day. And I can get that scheduled. And by the way, people keep thinking when I say VR chat, they need a VR headset and do VR. You don't need that. You just download it from Steam and you can hang out. It's basically a Discord hangout, but with avatars. That's how I look at it. You don't have to have a Quest or a Valve Index to do VR chat. You can just do it from your desktop. I'll be in Japan. Oh no. But you'll have fun though. You'll have more fun than us, John. You have a lot more fun than us. But thank you for the follow. And hope you enjoy the ghostly burrito. Alright, let me figure out... We're going here. Bye-bye. Okay. Uh-oh. Twitch chat. Hold on. Where's Twitch chat? I thought that I had this all done, and apparently I didn't. Alright, I need to find Twitch chat is here. Okay. And lore needs to go below Twitch chat. There we go. Okay. Ow. Yes, I just wanted to, it was like in behind the thingy. I got it. Okay. Lore. First of all, we need some music that's... Let me see. What do I want for the... I don't like this. I don't actually think Fly Me to the Moon would be a good one either. That one's not good either. You know what? We'll just do Pokemon music. It's okay. Maybe we'll do Pokemon music. If I unlock an emote, is it temporary or do I keep it forever? I believe it's temporary. I think it's for 24 hours, I think, but it's only within the chat. If I remember correctly. You cannot use it anywhere else other than the channel that you unlocked it with, so it's better to just save your points. Unless you just want to use your points for that. Okay, lore time. So, first of all, let me go out here. That's not where I wanted to go. I wanted to go to... Does it go? Okay. You can get all of my stuff here. Just scroll down because I've been using this for stream stuff, which I'll delete later. But I have a lot of journal entries here for my lore. But you have to scroll down because it's from newest to oldest. Man, that sucks. That's Twitch though. That's not my channel. That's how Twitch works. Because they try to get you to spend money. Misa Noda and Misa Kudu are most used emotes right now. Nice. Yeah, I'm trying to... I see Kudu is used a lot and I'm happy about that. So if you go down to the bottom, you have introduction lore. So this is like... This is what's being made into the webcomic with some alterations. And then the rest of the chapters are rather based off of questions people had. Because in the beginning, when I first started streaming, I told chat, if you have questions, I will turn around and answer it via creating a lore chapter. So there was some questions about like the vampire society within my lore. So there's a journal on that, vampire ancestry and hierarchy. Then there was a question about familiars. There's a question about weapons. And then there's pre-lore, how it all started. That's actually about my parents. So there was part 1 and part 2 of the pre-lore. Lore condensed, this was just for the webcomic. I had to condense it for them. And then the dialogue, those two are just for the webcomic. So yeah, that's what we have. I'm going to scroll down. There are some hidden chapters as well that I did write out. I think like 2 or 3, but I unlisted them. I'm guessing all VTubers are using Kudu. Not everybody, but it's just popular. Usually when an emote becomes popular, then yeah, a lot of us will get it because it's cute or it's popular. And then something else will come that's popular and you'll replace it. But yes, a lot of us have that one. In fact, I probably have about 1, 2, I think I have, how many do I have? I think I have 3. Yeah, I have 3. But there are more people that have it. Hello, Fel. Tarnish, hello, welcome on in. Something that surprised me is that God of War Ragnarok was so famous for only like 4 months and then died down. Have you ever thought about a Misa light novel? I never thought about it as a light novel. I've only ever thought about I wanted this to come in life in some form. And webcomic is... I don't think I'll be able to get it all into webcomic because literally this one chapter here. So if we're going to be looking at this today. See, it's about this. It is long. It's actually quite long. I couldn't even fit everything. Where did I have to stop? I had to stop. Basically stopped about here in this section where he perished. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 paragraphs I couldn't fit in. I couldn't fit in under the price that it was quoted. So I had to condense it. So it's a lot. So I could do a light novel, but I'm going to be quite frank. Most people don't read. Like, most people don't know my lore because they didn't go and read. And I don't blame them because reading takes a lot of time. So I wanted to do a webcomic and turn it into a video webcomic because then people don't have to read. So I never thought about a light novel because I just feel like people aren't going to read. And quite frankly, I put a lot of effort into a lot of stuff. I don't really see the same output. So I wouldn't want to sit there and write an entire light novel. And yeah. Plus, I have always envisioned this just coming to life in some sort of form, whether it be like manga or a lore video, something like that. Because I think people these days, they like to watch stuff, not read. Wow. I read books like, I know you do, and I know there would be people that would appreciate it, but it's a lot of work. Like, just to write these chapters was a lot of work. It's a lot of work to write out. VTubers sticky with popular trends. Yes, Mr. Steadily Burrito. We do stick with popular trends, but that's what most people do. If you're in the content creation field, you do what's popular. You don't have to always, but it helps, especially when you're small. But probably the majority, yeah, the majority won't, because the majority, I can just tell by my responses on Twitter, because there'll be people that have been responding to me to a very long time and they will still get things wrong, which means they never read my lore. Like, they followed me for months, responded, but they don't know. So I think a light novel would be nice, it'll be cool, but it's a lot of work to do, because I actually wanted to write like a guidebook, like a guide on how to become a VTuber, and it just was too much work. Like, actually writing novels is a lot of work, especially when you work full time. Streaming is like a part-time job, and so then trying to add that on top of it, no. Okay, so this is my lore. Now I'll stop at places where I do have images. So let me scroll down here. This was like before I even started VTubing. This is like a sketch that I did. Like, I didn't have my model or anything. I wrote my lore before I commissioned my model, and it was like a little sketch I did. At the time I thought I'd have like braided buns, kind of like Sailor Moon-ish. But yeah, that was like a little sketch I did. Little did I know, I'd end up looking like this. Pokemon? Nah, not here. I mean, yes, we're playing Pokemon music. Okay. So, me lore. So, my earliest memories that I have are of my early childhood growing up, living on a homestead isolated from the near surrounding towns. I lived on an isolated homestead tucked away in a dense forest with my mother, father, and little brother in order to be away from prying eyes. Now, in my lore, I described it as a homestead. I'm going to go pull up. You guys are going to get some sneak peeks here if you haven't seen. Let me see. Lore home. Of what it's going to look like in the webcomic. I'm going to pull it up. Because I wanted it to be like they're living in like this, you know, like cozy place out in the forest. But I respect artists, so... okay, hold on. Here we go. And this is how it's turning out in the webcomic right now. I honestly let the artists have freedom in how they wanted to interpret my lore, and so they interpreted my homestead as like that. Like a castle-like home, which I'm fine with. I mean, it does fit a vampire theme. So this is actually a panel from my webcomic. Not fully rendered. This isn't fully colored because I want to give away all the fully colored stuff, but that's what the that's what it can look like in the webcomic. You don't see the sketches, but there's supposed to be the family sitting out front of the home. But yeah, so that goes with that chapter. Well, that little section. So even at a young age of 3, I knew that we were different from the townsfolk we would pass by and interact with whenever Akio, my younger brother, and I went to town with Mother to buy supplies. My father never went on shopping trips with us or came out of the home during the day. It was always only with Mother. My father was a vampire. A vampire of noble descent. My mother was a daywalker, a rare species of half vampire and half human. She could walk in the sun, and father couldn't. But even at 3, I could sense that my brother and I were different. Different from mother and different from father. We could walk in the sun. We could go between being a vampire and being a human with ease. We could tolerate human food better than mother, but also drink blood like father. Mother could eat human food, but it wasn't uncommon for certain foods to be too much for her to handle, and she would have to avoid them altogether. And while Mother did have above human strength in general, she could not go into her vampire form without drinking human blood first. Akio and I were different. We were an unspoken and unheard of existence of children born between a vampire of high nobility and a mother who was a rarely seen daywalker. Our father would describe us as true daywalkers, beings that had abilities that any vampire would envy. My little brother and I had abilities and strengths of a vampire, but none of the weaknesses, the ability to walk in the sun and immunity to holy objects. As one would expect, our existence was something to be kept hidden. And that right there, guys, just about explains it. I can be in the sun, it doesn't bother me, even if I'm a vampire. Holy objects don't bother me because I have human DNA. Garlic doesn't do anything because I also have human DNA. Running water doesn't bother me because I have human DNA. So all those things don't bother me. And in fact, if you see here, I created my own unique subspecies of vampire here called True Daywalker. So not just a daywalker, but something beyond a daywalker. A true daywalker. Let me post up another picture. So I am my own creation, actually. My own subspecies of a vampire. We are playing Pokemon music talking about vampires. So I do have the lore art I commissioned long ago of my family. So we have this one here. Once my OBS lets me transform fit to screen. There you go. So this is the first lore image I ever had commissioned about a year ago. I think this was close to on the road to 1K followers, I believe. So before I had the web comic being made, yes. We have here young Misa and her mom. So this is my first lore art. Looks fantastic. Yeah, artist did a really good job of making me look like a child and then making me mom and giving it that like 1700s feel. So yeah, so we have our mom. You can see she has the all purple hair. Thus you can see I have half purple hair. And then that's mom and Misa. But wait, there's more. That's not the only family. Yeah, it looks great. The artist did a wonderful job, and I continue to commission her here and there. Then we have this one. Bum, 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 bum. Although they changed their profile picture, so when I was trying to find these on Fiverr, I got confused. I was like, Voxia, where are you? Then I found her. Bah! There you go. And this is my little brother, Akio, and my father. The only, like, I guess you could say, mess up on the artist part was, like, it's not dark. It's not nighttime. That's the only issue with it, but that doesn't matter. I really just wanted this made so that my idea that I had written came to life. So now you can see my father has the silver hair, and that's why I have half of my hair silver. And as you can see, my little tiny cute brother looks just like me, has the purple and silver hair. And of course he looks like a very noble vampire. Wait, who's the little brother? They should make a video. Well, we'll get to that because it's part of my lore. But his name is Akio. He's my younger brother. How's it going on? No, don't start with the Misa's mom stuff. You said it, not me. It's always said. Okay. Alright, so as one would expect, our existence was something to be kept hidden. Market Trip started with a lecture on staying in human form and to never do anything vampire-like when around humans and out during the day. Akio and I always assumed that was why we lived on an isolated homestead, secluded from the surrounding villages because we were different, because we were special. It wasn't until that fateful and tragic night I learned that there was a darker reason why we lived the way we did. Growing up, we spent our evening... Oh, out. There's a typo there. I gotta fix that. Our evenings training with Father, developing and honing our vampire skills. Father would always say we needed to know how to protect ourselves, and the only way to do that meant embracing our vampiric side. Mother, on the other hand, although she agreed we needed to protect ourselves, would teach us the ways of stealth and disguise in order to blend into the human world during the day. We lived a peaceful and secluded life up until my vampiric age of 9, spending days and nights training with Mother and Father, while also bonding as a family in our simple, secluded life. So let me pop up another image. I'm going to pop up one of my webcomic images. Let me see if I have another one. Unfortunately, there was the one I wanted to, like, when I get sent it, it's like in webcomic form, which is like so tiny you can't see it. Here we go. So this is not colored because I don't want to show off the colored ones, but I do have the colored. But here is again the family all together. So as you can see, Father's at the top. There's Mother sitting there. There's young Misa and her little brother just goofing around. It's very cute, and I do have a colored rendered version. It looks very good. But yeah, so like that is the family. That is my family, and that's the images I have of them. Bah. So from what you could tell there, I think one of our unlocks I did, because I like to see the things that I have in my mind, like lore and everything. And I keep talking about human Misa. I did have somebody create the design for her just so that I would know what she'd look like. So I do have that. I'm very close to that one too. It's not really for a model per se, but I just kind of like with the lore art with the mom and the dad. I just wanted to see them visually because I'm a visual learner. I wanted to see them visually. So I have that finally so I can kind of visually see what I would look like as a human. Because we'll talk about that later on down in the near the end of the lore. So, on the night of my little brother's 6th birthday, my life changed forever. It was late, maybe sometime after 2 a.m. We sat around a fireplace telling funny stories as Akio played excitedly with his new toys. It was natural for us to stay up late as to spend time with Father and wake up in the early afternoon. As I pranced around mimicking different animal sounds and movements in effort to elicit laughs from my family, the warm and happy faces of laughter on my parents' face quickly turned to stone cold and serious faces. Wow. Actually, we got to do this for this. Let me click off so it doesn't mess me up. There you go. There we go. We need this face. Grab the children and head towards the tunnel, Father said in a sudden and serious whisper to Mother. Mother grabbed both of her hands and began towards the cellar door. Akio began to whine as his new toys dropped to the floor as we were dragged away quickly and frantically by our mother. Worried that his cries would be loud, Mother scooped Akio up in one arm and held him close to her chest as she dragged me along with her hand. Frightened by the sudden change of Mother and Father's actions, I timidly asked, What's going on, Mother? We need to head down into the cellar and into the hidden tunnel we have there, Mother shortly replied as she led us down the cellar stairs, Father close behind. But why? the kids always gotta ask, but why? Human, vampire, you're still beautiful? Yeah. Basically, I'm supposed to have three forms. This one here is my natural, basically, what do you call it? Resting form, I guess you could say. Like, this is the true form. And then I can basically using shape shifting, turn off, basically kind of suppress my vampire DNA and go into human mode. So then I look fully human. And that's how I go about my day. On the flip side, I can suppress my human DNA and go full vampire mode, which causes problems. Because, yeah, you know in anime when people power up sometimes, they go a little bit berserk. So I have that too. But they all look great. All of them look great. Okay. But why? The bad vampire Mommy told you about has seemed to found us. But don't worry, Daddy will set off the trap I have spent years developing, and that should allow us to get away. Mother replied as she slid open an inconspicuous door that had looked like an ordinary wall. And then we heard it. A bone-chilling voice that sent shivers down my spine. It took almost a century to hunt you down, my backstabbing son. This night, I will have my revenge on you and take what was rightfully mine. I know she is here. There will be no more hiding. Count Zaros shouted from outside. This is between you and me, Father. It was wrong how you used blood slaves then, and I won't allow for it to happen again, my father yelled. Mother placed Akio and I on the other side of the tunnel doorway, which was metal-coated from the other side. She then ran to the corner of the room and grabbed a controller of sorts and dropped a purple handkerchief on the floor as she headed back towards us. And thank you, I will hydrate. Hey, bro, cuddle it. Poke catch? You catch that Pokemon. What is it, a Lunatone? You catch it. Ooh, it's a Luna. Alright, this is where it gets sad. This is where it gets sad, boys. He's toying with us. Get behind the doorway and close it before he heads down here, Father said to Mother as he stepped towards the spot where she had dropped the purple handkerchief. From behind the iron door, I could hear a crash as Count Zaros, our grandfather, had kicked open the cellar door. My body trembled from the sheer vampiric power and presence he had as he headed towards the cellar. Don't worry, little ones, Mother said, with a worried smile on her face. Your father and I knew this day would come. I've spent decades creating a trap that should end this fear that has been looming over your father and I all these years. When I press this button, Father should drop down to a safe spot while an explosion of holy water, silver fragments, will rend that bad man helpless. The artificial light that mimicked the sun that I was able to create will turn on and burn him just as if he were in the sun. Even if he doesn't die from the attack since he is an ancient vampire, he should be rendered so weak that he won't escape as the sun as it rises. Yeah. From Inner Mocha to Count Orlok, what does your full vampire form look like? She looks like Alter Misa. She looks like Mommy Misa. That's the best way to describe her. She looks like she looks serious. She's scary. That's all I can say. She is one of the unlocks too that we have. I'm not sure if we'll get there, and I kind of feel like I want to shelf her for now. I heard Chief. Hello, Rabbi. Welcome on in. All right. We're reading my lore, by the way, for those of you that don't know my lore. As soon as Mother had explained her plan, we heard the sound of a foot tapping the floor 3 times. Immediately, Mother pressed the button. But nothing happened. We didn't hear the sound of an explosion or the sounds of a vampire in agony. The trap mechanism didn't spring. We're doing well. We're just going over the lore so that hopefully everybody understands that I'm a special vampire. Now that I've seen you after so many decades, what a pathetic vampire you have become. Look how weak and lowly, not fitting for someone who is meant to take over the title of Count of the House of Kiredan. You have betrayed me and the vampire society you grew up in. I shall end you here. And even if you think that woman can escape, I have my men checking every inch of this pathetic excuse of a home, Count Zados extorted to father. While I didn't know at the time that father had spoken telepathically, directly to mother, later on I found out that this is what he had said. I'm going to detonate the device manually. It's the only way. You and I both know his rage and his strength along with his henchmen, there is no way we are getting out of this. I cannot let the children face the same thing you did when I met you. I love you, Yuna. Misa and Akio, let them know that I've always been proud of them, and father will always live on in their memories. While they were speaking, all I could do was wait in fear and terror, wondering what would happen. As I glanced over at Akio, I noticed his expression of fear shifted to shock and then anger. I looked up at Mother, wondering what was going on. Tears were streaming down her face. She then grabbed both of our arms and started leading Akio and I down a dark tunnel. Let me go! Akio yelled as Mother tried to lead us towards safety. I'm not letting Father do that! Confused and in anguish, my mother tried pulling Akio along. We need to get out of here before more vampires come, she mustered the strength to say. Maybe because of the heartbreak of knowing what would unfold, Mother must have let her grip of Akio slip just a little, and it was enough for him to break away. He bolted back towards the stone side of the sliding door. Akio, no! Mother screamed as she turned towards and tried to run towards him. Kaboom! Rumble! Rumbling! No. The trap had exploded. A strong light flooded the cave before being covered in rumble. Akio! Mother screamed as she ran towards the aftermath of the explosion. It was blocked. She tried desperately to move the rubble and the debris out the way. Through tears and the sound of moving rubble, she cried out for her son. There was no answer. Mother, someone's coming from the other way. I sobbed as I noticed a presence coming towards us from the exit. Before I could pick myself up and move towards Mother, 2 vampires appeared, looming over me, a little vampire girl. I crouched down in fear as the overwhelming fear of emotions had left my limbs feeling weak. Mother lunged through the smoke, a silver knife in her hand, and stabbed one of the vampires in their neck. She withdrew the knife and bit down on the vampire where she had pierced him and began to feed. As the vampire began to grow limp, the other lunged at Mother. With her vampiric side now activated, she began to spar with the vampire. She had the upper hand now that she had fed, and these were merely turned vampire henchmen. She was able to quickly take out the 2 vampires before grabbing my hand and leading me towards the exit. To my surprise, we did not go to the exit, but there was a secret drop below we took prior to the exit of the tunnel. It was a drop below a tunneled earthen bunker. Like the previous one on the outside, it looked like the surrounding dirt path, but the other a metal covering that could also be securely latched. I'm going to pause there and I'm going to read chat. So let me make sure I have where I stopped. Okay, let me look. If you end up shelving Mommy Misa, I hope we get another chance to unlock. I'm not really shoveling. Like, I have it, but it costs money to bring things to life. That's all. I do have. I probably show at least sketches. We'll see. Well, let me finish my lore. Mother lit some candles that were placed around the hideaway. Within minutes, the area was filled with the smell of peppermint, clove, and rosemary, all scents that vampires detest. In the corner of the room, there was what looked to be a large coffin. It could easily fit 3 or 4 people in it. Get inside, Mother solemnly said as she stepped inside of it. Before she closed the top, I noticed in the corner an item that looked like a gas mask. Mother and I cried ourselves to sleep, knowing that mask was meant for Father, to withstand the vampire-repelling herbs. When the sun had risen and we could hear the distant sound of birds chirping, we got out of the coffin and cautiously exited the earthen bunker. We traveled back to the rubble of the explosion, and Mother and I spent all day removing the rubble until we reached the block door to the cellar. There was no sign of Akio. The explosion must have been so large that it caught the attention of the villagers. Mother decided since the villagers had shown up to dig through the rubble to investigate, we should take advantage and wait to see what they find during the day. Eventually, after humans going through the rubble during the day and Mother and I during the night, some discoveries were found. All that were found were 2 skeletal remains, which were identified to be vampire remains. We never found Akio or any trace of him. We left what we had known as our home and set out towards the nearby villages. Mother was convinced that Akio was alive somewhere, and if we looked hard enough, we would be able to find him one day. Maybe he ran away because he was scared, she would say. Maybe someone found him and is taking care of him. We looked through every inch of that place and there was no remains there. There is no way he perished there. We just need to find him. I can't hear, but we demand, Mom. No. We traveled to different villages, and so basically this right here is where the webcomic is gonna end. It's gonna end here, where we basically look for the remains, and that was it. Because that's all I could afford. So this right here is what's missing will be missing. So we travel from villages and then towns as just the 2 of us, looking for clues and living the best that we could through our sorrow. By the time I was a vampiric age of 17, another tragedy began to loom. Mother's mental condition had deteriorated over the years as she frantically tried to find any clue or information that might lead to finding Akio. One day out of the blue, one of the information brokers had dropped off a letter for Mother. "He is alive and fine," was the only thing written on the letter. This drove Mother deeper into a frenzy to find Akio. She tried desperately to get the information out of the information broker. Her insistence and pleading eventually led the broker to breaking their broker code and giving information about the person who sent the letter. And it was an anonymous letter, but he was able to find out that the person who sent it planned on attending a secret vampire soiree that was to take place that evening. Mother insisted that I stay home and that she would only go to gather information. She refused to let me know what she learned or where she was going and managed to slip out undetected, unbeknownst to me. All I could do was wait and hope. Yeah, it's very sad though. Oh, you'll see. In the morning, there was a soft knock on the door. I rushed to the door, opening it, and began to say, "Welcome," but was cut off when I realized it was the information broker and not my mother. With a solemn look on his face, he said, "Your mother? She's gone. I should have never broke the information broker's code and gave her that information. It's all my fault. I knew she was unstable, but I didn't think she would barge in there and blow her cover demanding to see Akio. There was no way one vampire would survive against a soiree full of vampires." Before I could respond in disbelief and say it was all a lie, he stretched out his arm and opened his hand. It was my mother's hairpin. A hairpin in the shape of a silver cross hidden behind a pretty pink and black ribbon. Tears began to well in my eyes as I took the pin from the information broker. "Sorry," the information broker said as he disappeared into the alleyway. After many days and nights of sorrow and feeling alone, I decided I had to continue what my mother started. I tried to get information out of the broker, but he was insistent in saying nothing. He wanted nothing to do with any more of his clients dying. He spent time showing me how to access my mother's assets and the ins and outs of surviving on my own. After he figured I was knowledgeable enough to live on my own, the information broker disappeared from town. Since that time, I have spent decades blending into human society while on my quest to find my brother Akio. I'm sure he's out there somewhere. And I know it's a difficult task because we were both raised to hide our identities and to blend into society, which makes it difficult to find someone who is born special and sets themselves apart. End of my lore, of my basically call it introductory lore. Also, someone with more of a new immortal mom and sibling who doesn't have a vampirism, their contrast is vast. I'm glad you like him, Matt. So it's a very, it's a dark story, as you can see. So basically, my father sacrificed himself to save us, from which we found out was our grandfather, who had been trying to find us for decades. So he died in that blast. Obviously, my brother went missing. There was no signs of his body. There was no signs that he died in the blast. Obviously, that drove my mother crazy, trying to find him. And that led her to sacrifice herself when she got a clue, leaving me all alone. And then it left me to just go searching on my own. And that's how I became a streamer. The idea there was that I figured the only way to find somebody who is like me, who, let me get my little shadow off because we don't need it anymore. The only way to find somebody who lives in being hidden is to show yourself and hope that one day they come across you, see that you look the same as them, and we meet again. That's like the whole, like, why is this Daywalker streaming? It's like she's streaming in hopes that the broadcast will reach her missing brother one day, because she's alone, and hopes that that long lost family member is still out there somewhere. So that's my lore, and it's such a sad I love sad backstories. If you guys don't know, I love like dark, edgy, emo anime. I love the like dark anime. I love Attack on Titan, Promise Neverland, Tokyo Ghoul, like all the anime, Dororo. I just love the ones that have just really like dark and sad backstories, because to me they're very compelling. Because you can get 1,000 shonen or shoujo or slice of life anime where you kind of seeing the same thing, and then you watch these really dark ones and you're just kind of thrown through a loop at like, geez, whoa, what's going on? I love that. So I wanted to incorporate that in my lore and have like a lot of darkness to it. The pre-lore, there's pre-lore that talks about how my mother and father met. Like that's pretty kind of dark. It's pretty dark too. So I'm just a sucker for those type of stories. I'm so sorry. I hope Vess and I help in some way, either physically or emotionally. I want you to find Akio. So when I debuted, I actually stated, like, I had my goals, and then I had dreams. Dreams are just dreams. And I had said my dream was that, because for streaming is just like something on the side for me. But if I ever made enough from streaming, I would love to just sponsor somebody, like basically create Akio like as a model and stuff, and then like do like a audition, and then like find someone to take on that role and bring them to life. But I don't think I'll ever get to that point, because obviously that's a lot of money to like create assets for somebody and you're not using them, and then like the legality to it as well. So I think pretty much it'll just be he's just this lost character. Well, probably I think maybe on the day of graduation would be, I'll just say the reason Misa graduated is because she found her brother and she no longer needed to stream anymore. So the realistic is we probably won't find him unless I graduate or I made enough money to I don't know, I don't want to say hire, but like have somebody become Akio. Yeah. He's not, because someone once was like, you got to write the end of that story. Like literally someone told me that. You have to write the end. You have to write that you found him. I'm like, no, it's not. It's open-ended. It's supposed to be my past. And now this is my present right now, streaming. So it's not necessarily important that I find him or not. He's just a catalyst for why I started streaming. So how many decades have you blended into human society? A lot. Because this is like the 1800s. I want to say 18 something. So I'm like 300 plus years old. So over 300 years, I have been blending in with humans. So I'm don't know if I could say I'm old, but yeah. But I will. Okay, so I'm not going to show the human side because that's an unlock. But I will show you sketches of the others. So I did write out chapters because you
Is that
mentioned
our favorite bartender,
Vesper, I'm sorry.
Vesper?
No,
Quick,
poor Vesper.
someone bonk him.
Give him a hug. Give him a hug. He had a long day at work. I'm sorry, he had a long day at work. Speaking of Vesper, Matt, he's actually in my lore, but he's in a chapter that's been unpublished. Because I wrote the lore of Alter Mesa, which is the vampiric side. And I do meet Vesper in that lore, and it's not... it's not pleasant for Vesper, unfortunately. He kind of, as I said, the other Misa wipes the floor with the vampires that he's around and scares him to heck out to the point that he's like, I will listen to you and do what you say. That's more or less the TLDR of the unpublished chapter. Well, I published it and then I unpublished it, of how Vesper and I met. Post a note on Misa's forehead today. Oh yeah. Yeah. If you want a note, just do sticky note. I forgot to say that. Because I know... Sticky notes? Is it this one? There you go. Yeah, John, you have one too. So if you want to slap one on me, you can. I can leave it on during the next stream as well. But I can show you rough. I can give you like the rough sketch of what she looks like. How about that? I think that Vesper has two, but Vesper is driving home because he just got off of work. He hasn't driven home yet. That's what she thinks, but Vesper thought she's strong and I could use her to track down my dad. That's what you think. That's what you think. We'll both think what we want to think. Let me see. Do I have one I can share? It's not a like... I can give you the rough sketches. Let me see. Do I have? Let me see if I have any rough ones that I can show. I do have the actual character reference sheet, but that's... I put that as an unlock, so I have to leave that alone. Yeah, that's at an unlock, so we'll see. If we unlock it, cool. If we don't, it's gonna stay. Let me see if I can find... Let me see. That's the character reference sheet. We're not gonna do that. Okay. I can give you the rough one, okay? I can give you the rough one because I have basically a rough draft of it and then I have like a really fully rendered one, okay? Under Commander, hello. Yeah, we were talking about lore. I'm gonna show one lore character here. Here you go. So, I'm not gonna... it can cover me. This is a rough sketch of Alter Misa. So that's why I call her Mommy Misa, because look at her outfit's different than mine. She's got like the tummies open. She's got like the skirt and stuff like that. And then you can see from the faces that she's a bit cray-cray. She's a bit crazy. There's more faces. I'm not going to show them all, but you can kind of get a feel for... Yeah, it's a midriff. But that's the like rough sketch of what Misa looks like when she goes on the full vampire side. This is not the like final what it looks like, because you can see this is like they didn't finish. It's just a sketch, but like that's what she roughly looks like, and you can tell by the sketches of the faces that yeah, she looks totally different than me. Yeah, so there you go. You got a sneak peek. Yeah, we were talking about lore. We just read my introduction lore so everybody can understand what is a daywalker vampire, because most people don't know. Vesper's real parents were human, but he doesn't know that. The woman he knew as his mother was kind to Jim, but the dad caused his death. Yes, you have Subtember going on as well, but the other thing is, Yes, I'm a true daywalker vampire. So I got my idea of being a daywalker from Blade. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Blade series, but I took heavy inspiration from Blade because I love the Blade series, and I thought the whole being a daywalker vampire was really cool. If you're familiar with it, what is Blade? Blade is a Marvel series character from a long time ago. Yes, Wesley Snipes' Blade. Yes, so I took inspiration from that. So if you read my pre-lore, which is about my parents, you'll see that because my mother is kind of in the same way. So in my, let's say, vampire universe, you cannot, like a human and a vampire can't get together and have a kid because they're technically different species in a way. One's living and one's dead. So how do you get a daywalker when there's a pregnant human who for some reason a vampire attacks them and turns them into a vampire? They're far enough along that the vampire cells don't destroy the baby and also doesn't just convert the baby. So it's very rare, and because in the vampire society I live in, vampires they have hierarchy. Okay, you're rather up there as a super noble, you're down there at the bottom as a turned vampire, and then humans are just trash to them. So something like a daywalker is something like they would consider just tainted blood. So vampires wouldn't purposely be out there doing it. So it rarely happens. It's like maybe they attacked and what happened with my mom is a vampire attacked my mom while she was far along, thought that she had died, but ow! I just got beat up by some coins. Ow, 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 ow. What was that? Nick Commander, thank you so much. Thank you for the subs. You did not need to do that. We're just having fun with lore. But thank you for giving Sakura, Frosted, Fang, Antonio, Nekomimis, Raku, Bunda, Mr. Steely. Oh, Mr. Steely just came in today. And there you go. So Mr. Steely, if you're around, now you can use the emotes. Iwa and Exodon, thank you. Oh my gosh, you're too nice. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, so we have to wait for these things to go by. Let me see. Okay. 50. I'm waiting for them to go by. Which also means I get to show it off. Wow. We unlocked Human Misa. That's cool. Alright. But thank you, Undead Commander. I really appreciate that. I appreciate the support. You're always so supportive. I try to be as much as I can. Just check the goals. Yes, I will show it after I explain. So to give you the TLDR of the pre-lore. My mother was attacked while she was far along in her pregnancy. She tried to protect herself because she was farming. And so whoa, Snivy, why? Gonna drive home, please be safe. Have a safe drive home and rest if you need to, Vesper. I'm sorry they overworked you today. She basically attacked the vampire and drew blood. The vampire thought she had died, but she didn't. And while she was dying, oh my gosh, we got a raid too. Alaron, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. While she was dying, she ended up kind of consuming a little bit of that vampire's blood and was turned into a daywalker.
Oh, I'm about to summon this bitch, so I hope.
No, this is my mother's mother. Not my mother, but my mother's mother. What a nice clip there. Welcome on in, Dragon Raider. Welcome on in. How are you guys doing? How was your stream? American. Oh yeah, I was lurking. I was watching you driving a truck. I was like, that actually looks kind of fun. I don't know why, but driving a truck seemed like you seemed to be having a lot of fun. I was like, that's probably a fun game. But I hope you had fun doing the trucking. How it goes very well. We're just talking about lore. So my grandmother. Yeah, it was not my mother. My grandmother turned into a vampire that way, and then when she gave birth to my mother, she was like Blade, was a daywalker, and then my mother met my father, who was a noble vampire, And because a daywalker is somewhere in the middle, they can couple together. So they did. They had children, me and my brother. So we are 1/4 human and 3/4 vampire, which makes us true daywalkers, which means we're basically what vampires wish they were. A vampire with none of the weaknesses. So we're not like the half vampire where it's like, well, I gotta go into my vampire form. Like, we just are, our stable form is this. I have vampire teeth, I have vampire wings, I have vampire strength. That's a true vampire. So that's kind of where I took inspiration from Blade, and then I upped it even more to create my own subspecies of vampire. Can you still change forms? Yeah, so basically I'll show you now because we unlocked it. What's the next unlock, by the way? Next unlock is... I have a Daki, like, that I use on stream. I was going to put that as a free to use for people. And then the next one is the actual Alter Misa. Like the actual fully rendered. I actually have the model. So I could rather show you the model or the reference sheet. But let me show you what Misa looks like as a human. Because we unlocked it. Yay, now I can start posting it. Human Misa. Let me grab that. But yeah, I can change. Well, if I had money, my model would change in between. It would look like a human. It would look like full vampire. It would look like this. But because models cost a lot, I couldn't do that. Let me see. Where would it be? Reference sheets? Oh, I don't. Okay, I don't have it. Okay, give me a sec. What I need to do is take this, move this over here. Alright, we're gonna go to... Apparently I didn't save it. Let me... I've saved it on my phone. There we go. Download it. We'll put it down there for now, just so that we can open it. A desktop. Ba-boom. Okay, here we go. This is what Misa looks like as human. Well, it's too big right now. Hold on for a sec. Transform, fit to screen. That's human Misa. So she's just like her mom. I'm just gonna let it cover me. All purple hair, red eyes. And because I'm a teacher, I was like, I should probably be a teacher too. So she's kind of dressed up like a teacher. But that's what human Misa would look like. Hair a little bit different. Yes, that's new art. It's human Misa. Oh no, Chief can't hear me. Human Misa. Yes, this is me as a human. So I lose the two-tone eyes and the two-tone hair because basically I am using shape-shifting abilities to suppress my vampire DNA so that only the human DNA is taken over. And I'm a human, so I can just go about and just blend in with the humans. I'm just a regular old teacher. And when I've been in a certain area too long and I haven't aged, I leave. And I go to another place. And then when it's obvious I haven't been aging, I go to another place. So but yeah, this is human Misa. Yeah, human. This is human Misa. The artist did a good. I like using them. But yeah, this is me as a human. And we've now unlocked what she looks like. I wanted the like, I don't know, the like high school teacher vibe, you know, with the pencil skirt and everything like that. She's got the book in her hand. She's got the pointer. Yeah, and she's got the glasses on. So that's human Misa. I love her too, Onecha. I know you're lived for centuries, so you can please stop being so lovable for 5 seconds. My heart can't. No, thank you, Matt. I just try my best. I just want people to be happy, and if they're happy, then I'm happy. So now you've kind of seen both. Well, you haven't seen the other side fully rendered, but you can you saw a sketch because there's 3 forms. You saw that human. This, which is like normal mode, and then you saw a sketch of Alter, which is called Alter Misa, which is when Misa goes, she loses herself when she like drinks blood and goes into full vampire mode, she loses herself and kind of becomes another person. Not a nice person, by the way. And that's why she looks very creepy. And I do have that model, but it's just like, it's sitting there. It's sitting there. Because, yeah, it's like, I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure if I don't know. It'd be hard to kind of get it to be how I would want it. Because I like want it to have like a berserk kind of look to it. I want it to have like those really twisted, angry faces because she's an angry vampire. And not everybody can do that. But yeah, that's my lore. Well, at least that's my my base lore. And she beat up Vesper. She did beat up Vesper. That's in the lore. Well, more like she beat up the vampires around Vesper, and then Vesper was like scared, and then she was like, you know what, I can use you, be my minion, and Vesper said okay, and so he followed what Alter Misa told her to do. Speaking of which, at the end of our Subtember, so on Sunday, the top 5 people will be written into my lore, so I'm gonna go back to writing lore, but I'm going to write a chapter where Misa meets the top 5 people in some form. So like you'll be written in, like, because as of now the only person who's ever been written into a lore chapter is Vesper. That's it. So I'm gonna expand it to the top 5 people. I'll figure out a way where like Misa encounters them, and my hope is that over time, this will take some years because it's not cheap. Over time, we can get all this lore into like a webcomic form. So maybe, just maybe, that chapter will make it into a webcomic. But we have this we need to finish this first. Basically, the part where Misa's mom dies needs to be, what else? Basically that, and then some of these are just more informational, like this right here, Vampire Ancestry and Hierarchy, is more information about my world building within the vampire world that I live within. Same thing with the familiars, it's more a world building for mine. But what I would like to put, let me see. Right here, how it all started, the story of my mother and father would make for a great webcomic as well. And then I can combine some of the lore build, the like world building, with some newer chapters. Like basically adventures Misa is having currently while on a quest to find her brother. So I hope that happens. But the artist, she's working hard on the webcomic. It's just taken a while because I didn't think she would do it in full color, but she's doing it in full color, and so it's taking a long time, which I'm not mad at that. I could care less if something takes long if you're talking to me, and she talks to me all the time. She's always telling me what's up, or if she's stalled, she lets me know. So like I'm fine with the pacing, and I'm understandable with her, and I think she's doing a fantastic job as she is. And the art's looking great. And then like coloring it in, that's a lot of work when you have a lot of panels that you need to do, and then you're coloring them as well, because she's doing them full details. I don't know the expected finish date of it, but my hope is that when she finishes it, I can give it over to a video editor and he can make it into a video, because I've seen people do this. They have like comics, make a comic for their lore, and then they have a video editor basically pan through the different panels and like just pan over to each panel, and then you have dialogue. And that's what I'm hoping I can get the video editor to do, is just edit panning over each panel so it turns into a video form, get some dialogue so nobody has to read. Everybody can get my lore in the easy digestible form of a video. That's what I hope at the end. So maybe by the end of the year, I don't know. if it'll be done by the end of the year or early next year. Hopefully that'll be done and are ready to go. I don't know if she's going to want to take on more because it's been a lot of work for her, but I hope she does. Hope she's open to it, so we can continue and have more. But also, if you have any questions about the lore, if you have any questions about lore creation, if you have any questions about my character, by all means, you can ask, and I will definitely answer them because I love my lore. Also, did I miss the thing about the sticky notes, by the way? We're doing good, Snivy, by the way. We were just like really into our lore. My lore was Vampire the Masquerade meets Lost Boys. Yes, that was, let me see. I'm trying to find in the hopper. Yes, okay. So whenever you want to redeem your sticky note, by the way, John, just let me know. And I will slap it on my face. And if I slap it on my, same thing with Vesper, if I slap it at the end of the stream, I'll keep it on through the next stream as well. Let me see what else we could do. Oh yeah, we have a familiars chapter. I didn't know I had one today. It's basically you had one from last time. I have it written down. I have written down that I still owe Vesper 2 and I owe you one. So you feel free to redeem it whenever you want. I am not forcing anybody. If you want to redeem it at a different date, you can. If you want to redeem it today and I leave it on for... If I stream during the day, then I'll leave it on during the day. Or it can be Tuesday. Doesn't matter. Familiars. I'll redeem it in the future stream. In the future, I will have a sticker on my face. Okay, no problem. I'm going to go over familiars because I did write a chapter about familiars. This is my familiar. You guys don't know, familiars are like underlings of vampires. And for me, I call you guys familiars. So you are represented, chat is represented by this cat here, cat vampire. Essentially, I'm letting you borrow a bit of my powers to turn into little cat bats while you're around me. And that's you guys right there. That's very cute. And this is what I wish. I wish that was floating next to me. I'm sorry, Nyan. I know you're cute. But I wish that cat on the screen was floating next to me. One day. So before going into what Misa's familiars are, we should first define what a familiar is. By definition, traditionally a familiar is a servant of a vampire. Familiars are gifted a tiny amount of the host vampire's power, often through a few droplets of the vampire's blood, which causes the receiver and the vampire to create a linked bond. See, because we're all linked together, right? Right? You're here chilling with me, we're linked. Depending on the vampire's nobility and their intention, this familiar can become a servant that bends to the will of the vampire, to somebody who is under a spell only when around the vampire. This bond can be one of servitude, lust, friendship, power, or whatever the host vampire fancies. So there's many different kinds of familiars. And if you don't know, just type in familiars and you'll see there's tons of stuff about familiars. Now, as we have established, a familiar is gifted power from the vampire host depending on the purpose of which the vampire chose to turn the person into a familiar. Sometimes the power can be minimal, such as in the case of servitude. It could be the power of more strength to do physical labor, less hunger. In the cases of friendship or lust, it could be that the actual vampire powers such as extended age, maybe 10 or 20 years, or faster recovery or health. In the case of power, it could be increased strength to send their familiars to situations that would be beneficial for the vampire during the day. I typoed there, but basically they can have people doing their work while they are sleeping. As it pertains to the vampire society that I come from, familiars and turned vampires are not the same. Familiars are still humans, but they may have some low-level vampire skills, but they don't need to drink blood and will age and decease as humans do. On the other hand, a turned vampire is given a large amount of the host vampire's blood and thus turn into a vampire and lose all of their human nature. This is how the two are different. A familiar can become a blood-drinking familiar being if it's given too much blood but not enough for them to turn. But these are often chaotic. They are often chaotic and go crazy due to their inability to control their thirst and can become a problem for the host vampire. Thus, they are often only created on accident by fledgling vampires. So there's like a whole, you gotta know what you're doing when you're making a familiar. I will hydrate. Here's one of my early arts, by the way. I did this art sometime last year when I was playing around with art. I drew my own little familiar. It's so cute. So, why are Musa's familiars able to turn into cat bats, you might be asking? As I wrote in my previous journal, vampires have many different abilities, and my lineage has a strong association as transformative powers. Moreover, I do have a genetically engineered cat bat pet, Luna, created by my mother. The familiar I create are based on friendship, and I use a mix of my blood and Luna's blood to give to you guys, okay? So when you're eating those cookies that when I do this, I'm sorry guys.
Itoy Orumasa gave Chad a cookie.
And you eat it, there's actually a little bit of my blood and my Luna's blood in there. Because it's a relationship based on friendship though. When around me, my familiars have the ability to change at will, and this ability only works when around me and only lasts as a temporary time, roughly 2 to 3 hours. Stream time. No, it's okay because you eat the cookies, and then when you see this, that's you, and I'm hugging you. I'm giving you a hug. So I couldn't give you this hug, ow, if you didn't eat it, okay? Welcome in, Pie. Thank you for the fort. I'm glad it didn't land on me. I hope you're doing well, Pie. I hope you're enjoying payday. It's not as bad as it sounds, okay? For the record, I've only created familiars, which is only given to people who are supportive of me. I have never created a vampire in the over 300 years that I have been alive. And because I choose to live amongst humans during the day, I don't intend to create any either. And then we have an art here, old art that we have from a long time ago. So that's just my my little bit of lore about I napped. Nice. Happy. Well, I'm glad you napped. Are you happy for napping? Thank you for the video. So, I hope you're enjoying your time off. Well, your weekend. Weekend is time off to me. Weekend is time off away from work. It's nice until you get to Sunday. And then you realize it's Monday tomorrow and you're like, oh my gosh. I hate Mondays. So that was familiar. So now, if you didn't know, when you eat my cookies here in chat, it has a little bit of my blood, my cat bat's blood, and it allows you to transform when you're around me. That's all. It's pure intentions, guys, okay? I'm not making you slaves. I'm not making you do anything. I'm only allowing you guys to turn into cute cat bats that I can hug, okay? I'm just making you huggable. Hug to give you huggy wuggies. You love naps? I can't nap for the life of me. If I try, I don't nap. And I feel like trash. I felt like more trash than I did when I lay down. And it sucks. And then like if I try to take a nap on the couch or something, a family member will be like, you know you were snoring, so you must have been sleeping. I'll be like, no, I knew I was snoring, but I also know that I could hear everything that was going on, so I know I wasn't sleeping. So yeah, I can't nap, so it sucks. 4 more, yes, you have 4 more days. That's it. So just count your days. In a week, you'll be done. You don't have to worry about it anymore. You have your time, and then you hopefully move on to something bigger and better. Can you give some to Chief so he can become the shrimp he is? What do you mean? He can't. He listened. He said he's been on a phone. I don't know. From an hour ago, he said he couldn't hear stream because he was on the phone with somebody. So I don't think he can hear me even if I said something. But I will be shrimping, sadly, on Sunday. I have to do a Misa Husbando tier list because we unlocked it. So yeah. Although I don't like, it's more just like, oh yeah, this one looks cool. It will not be anything,
Chief the mod, using bad language.
What?
How totally unexpected.
He could transform to a shrimp. I think only, the only person who can give him that power is Slum. Not me, unfortunately. And he refuses because he could use it, but he doesn't want to. Chief Flap. Yeah, it went off, the TTS went off, telling him off. Okay. Yeah, oh, TTS is going off. Alright. Lessons from Father. Personal research on vampire ancestry and hierarchy. We found like a generic picture of like a vampire here. I don't know if I credited it, but it's okay. Nobody reads it anyways. I can get away. I could put pictures on here and it doesn't matter. But if this was like an official thing, I would go back and change it. We have an extensive like hierarchy system within my lore. Like I stated, there's nobility from top to bottom. The more pure blood you are and the older you are, the higher you are in a society. And the less pure-blooded you are, the lower you are on the rungs of society, and you're treated, you're thought of as lesser. And of course, something like a daywalker that it's like half and half, you're like way at the bottom. Because you're considered of tarnishing the, the DNA and the ancestry that they have going on. But on this day, I thought it would be wise to transcribe everything I remember from my father's teaching about me and my heritage and the history of vampires. Additionally, I thought I would be wise to combine that knowledge, with what I have learned over the centuries that I have lived, learning about my background while searching for my brother. Ow. Also, I again thank you to Unda Commander for the gifted subs. We were able to unlock another tier, which is awesome. You guys got to see Human Misa, which I'm glad now I can kind of like post it around if I want to. It's no longer a hidden thing. So that's cool. Welcome back, Vespi. Did you get to see the Human Misa? I don't remember. Because we unlocked that. Under Commander, okay, I will show it again. Because he was nice enough to gift some subs. Look, this is what Misa would look like as a human. I kind of went with the teacher theme because I think Vampire Misa would pose as a teacher. So she's got the pencil skirt, like more like a high school teacher look. Kind of looks like an office worker or just like a dressed up teacher. Yo, yeah. It's not a model or anything. I was like, I really would like to see what she would look like. So I just got a reference of her done. This isn't like for a model or anything. This is just I wanted to see like, what would she look like as a human? And yeah, I think I like it. She's got the glasses on. She's got the book and the little pointer. Yeah, she kind of looks like an office worker. It can go either way. I mean, technically a teacher kind of does office work too. So either way. But yeah, that's Misa as when she's during the day, when she's not streaming. This is what she looks like. Very mommy, really? I just think that she just looks like I don't know. I don't know if I would say she looks like a mommy Misa there. I think she just looks human. Humans, like of my three forms, is my least, I don't want to say liked, but the least priority because I feel like human is kind of uninteresting, right? Because it's just a human. That's it. There's nothing to it. It's just a human. There's nothing special to it. Whereas like a vampire, you got fangs, you have wings, you have pointed ears, you have all these features, and a human's just a human. So it's the most I wanted to do was just have her sketched out so I knew what she looked like. And whenever I write the lore, I can always throw that in there and you guys can see what she looks like. So yeah, there she is. Yeah, and then our next one, what is our next one? Our next one is my Docky, not the real Docky, but my asset being free to use for everybody. Which if you guys didn't know, I actually have one. Only I have it though. Let me see. I have my own Docky. Let me see. It's da. See, I have my own like cute Docky. Let me see. It's too small. Look at that. I have my own Docky. That's the next unlock is I will release the asset under the subs page, which can rather be used for PNG tubers. They could just like plop it somewhere, or for VTubers they can just put it in their VTube studio and they can hug the Docky. Yeah, so that's the next one. So for those of you that never have seen it, because I rarely use it, it's just me in some pajamas. What do you mean Ayo? Why are we Ayoing? This literally is old. This is from last year. There's nothing, it's like literally in pajamas. There's nothing that bad about it. I'm throwing it away. What is the Ayo? Load the Docky and throw it at people? I mean, you could do that. If we unlock it, then you can always load it in as an asset. But I'm not going to throw myself. No, I'm supposed to like... Ow. No, you threw it at my... Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in, Tristan. Welcome to Twilight. No, I'm not throwing my own Dockies at me. But I just wanted to explain what that was. I don't think we'll get there, which is fine. I am more than happy with... I didn't think we'd even get much to begin with. So I am greatly appreciative of everything that's come by. Because you guys are just way too nice to me. Had a bad day? If so, grab a marshmallow. I haven't had a bad day, but anybody that has, grab a marshmallow. Thank you for the head pats. I appreciate you guys. I can't say like what... I'll say what I want to use it for, but I'm gonna have to see when the payouts come, because if you're a streamer, you know that Twitch takes a lot. Ow. Depending upon what's the final, and depending on if this artist isn't ghosting me or not, because I haven't heard from them in like a while now, so I'm gonna look at concerned. The money would be used to, if they would finish for 3.0 rigging. So as long as the person doing the model art will get back to me and finish what I paid for, I would use the money. I'm waiting on somebody who I think does an amazing job at rigging, and I'm waiting for their waiting list to open. And I'm hoping this person actually does the model, and I don't have to keep bugging them. And whenever their waiting list is open, I would take the stuff from the Subtember and pay a rigger to bring 3.0 to life. Yeah, because I already have the reference and everything. I just need the person to finish the model, the person's waiting list to be... It'll be a long time, by the way, because this rigger does a very good job, but also takes a while. As far as Alter, I don't think I have the funds for her, so she's just going to be sitting on the back burner. I have the model, actually, which it's just going to sit for now. Because I'm not really sure what I want to do with her. Yes. Yes. If the model artist will get back to me, yes. I can hear you. Nice. To put it bluntly, I'm not happy. This model, the art, I love it. But the path towards getting this was very stressful. And there has been a lot of dramas. There's been a lot of just negativity and stuff like that. And there's also just things that I cannot have done on this. Like, I can't have V-Bridger on this. And it's like, do I want to go back and use this and have V-Bridger? No. And there's just a lot of stuff that, if you were here, you remember the outfit debacle where I had to delete my VOD. I was very upset. And I just want to work with somebody that I can just be, I don't know, like I can be happy and like communicate with, and even if they take a while, but they're open to talk and open to ideas. So that's why I just moved on with 3.0. Now, unfortunately, the model side, it's not going very well. But I do at least know from the people that have used the rigger that it's completely different. She goes above and beyond from what I can tell. So if I can at least get to that stage, I'll be happy. Because I don't think I really need to do much if I can get that. But yeah, it's just, it was too much stress with this one. Too much negativity, too much just like the whole process, because I was scammed the first time with the rigging. The person like didn't do it. I had to go ask someone else to do it, and just deadlines not being met, some stuff just not being done very well that I just want to try something else. That's all. But it's not anytime soon, because A, the model art is taking forever, and B, the rigging would take quite a long time. But that's what the money will be used for, along with paying with the webcomic, paying that off. If for some reason we end up like getting enough, then sure, the altar, I can look into her getting rigged as well. But I'm thinking at most we'll finish paying off our webcomic and hopefully pay for the rigging of 3.0. Yeah, but we'll see when the payout comes. We don't talk about the wardrobe. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately not. So I hope that doesn't disappoint anybody, that I'm already trying to work towards that. But I just think for my mental, I'll be much more happier if I do that. It took a lot of thought of what was going to be the best solution. Like what should be the best, what's the best option. And I felt that that's the best option for me. Because, yeah. I want to be happy, that's all. I just want to be happy. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get there. I'm probably going to message the person after stream and be like, hey, yo, it's been quite a while. I know you said you were sick, but I need to see something. And hopefully we can get that on the ball. But anyways, yeah. I do have the reference sheet, but I don't think we'll get to that, which is fine. We're good. I'm glad you guys got to see the human side, because I've been sitting on that one for a bit. Thank you for the hydrates. I did hydrate. Anyways, this one's quite long. But no one has any questions about lore, or questions about writing lore, or questions about anything? I was hoping some people would have some questions, because I like to answer questions. So I don't want to just read off this. This one, honestly, no. This one's actually pretty heavy, because it goes into the vampire houses. There are many different vampire houses and nobilities. And then they all have their different abilities. And then depending upon, like, if this house married to this house, then their child would have abilities based on both. You know, and that's kind of how vampire powers work. I'll throw a question on the Discord since I have to rewatch. You can just type it in here. You don't have to type it in Discord. I don't have to tab out. I didn't want to tab out. Live shut up. I'm sorry, I just saw the gift that John put in a Discord. I don't do that. I have a watch, but I don't tell anybody to get in here. Hello, Metalhead. Good morning. It's good evening here, but good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Question: how do you approach world building? The vampire hierarchy, how the powers work, etc. Couldn't hear what... Oh, no. I just said if you had any questions, just type them in here. There you go. How do I... So, I've always liked vampires, so I've read like almost all of Anne Rice's books. I've watched a lot of vampire animes, watched a lot of vampire movies, and so I have a lot of background knowledge about like just vampires in general. So when it comes to story building, I kind of take off, okay, what do I know about vampires and what do I want to apply? And then what do I want to be original about? So for example, with this, I was thinking to myself, vampires by nature tend to be arrogant beings, right? Like usually when you see them, they're like arrogant. So I was like, okay, how does arrogant go into story mode? Okay, probably they would be a hierarchy society. They'd probably be based off. And then I had to like come up with a hierarchy. So I just figured, okay, well then what would he be based off of? Okay, well vampires are very old. They're ancient. So that means they had to start from somewhere. Okay, the ones that started are at the hierarchy at the top. And then you move your way down
John,
by
inquiring
marriage.
about Misa's cousins.
Really?
Well, as a mischievous ghost cat,
I don't think you
Jan
know
doesn't
Jan.
have the privilege of knowing Misa's family tree in detail. But knowing Misa, she's probably surrounded by a mischievous bunch of cousins who share her love for games and laughter.
What?
Although Jan can't name them specifically, the mischievous spirit runs strong in their gaming bloodline.
Okay, yeah, you're totally off. You don't know anything. You need to go read my lore. But I based that on that, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to then create vampire houses. Like have like the basically who are the oldest, and then come up with different powers that I've seen through media that vampires have, and then assign a power to each house. And then the lineage goes down that like, okay, well if they have children, that's going to be nobility. And then if they marry other houses, then they're still of a certain nobility. If they marry a turned vampire, then you're going to have less nobility. And then it goes down the hierarchy of like how much noble blood do you have. And then it goes to turned vampires, which have none technically because they were a human. They weren't born a vampire. So I kind of just go through world building based off of the media that I have, and then like I try to use like baselines, you know, like how would this work? Also, like I said, hierarchy systems are known in different parts of the world in the past, and trying to apply that to my story building, and then using what I know about vampire powers and applying that to my lore and the vampires within that lore, and then trying to narrow it down. And then it narrows it down to like mine, and then like what powers she has based off her lineage. So that's how I came up with it. Yana's so full of shit. They make a toilet jealous. I'm sorry, that was very good. That's very true. Nyan is like... Nyan's a liar. Nyan is a liar. Nyan doesn't know anything. Nyan didn't read. I don't think Nyan knows how to read. But I do enjoy I appreciate the question. And then obviously I made a whole chapter about the ancestry and hierarchy. Basically, what did I say? They basically kind of appeared. They appeared. There was the first one. The first one basically created, I think it was like 7 to 10. Created 10, and then those 10 from the first vampire were like my what I created in my lore to be the nobility, like the ancient houses. And then they have their lineage based off of these 10 vampire houses. And then how many still exist, because some of them were wiped out of existence. We got to cuss? Yeah. Are you gonna what? Are you gonna clean my mouth because I cussed? Oh well. I'm also drinking from like a juice box. Not a juice box, it's like a it's called Shine Water. It's like 0 sugar. I don't know, like love and strawberry, but it's pretty good. Well, technically it's like similar to a Capri Sun. It's the same packaging. It's just an adult Capri Sun. I can't remember, maybe like a year ago, because like no. Yeah, it might have been a year ago. A year ago, maybe I had a Capri Sun. Yeah. What if a turned vampire was turned by a noble? Does the noble lose notoriety by touching humans? Does the turned vampire gain? No, because obviously vampires can make 2 types. They can make familiars, which they create, which aren't really vampires, but they do their work. And then they make turned vampires. Really, basically, in the society, they just don't like the turned vampires, even though they make them, right? It's kind of like in real history, right? Like you'll have a hierarchy system and you have people higher up that will like still get with somebody that's like of lower class, right? But then like the person there, that whatever their offspring will be considered lower. It's the same idea. The vampire that creates turned vampires isn't looked down upon because usually these turned vampires are lackeys of said vampire, so they're going to be their henchmen, they're going to be the people that work under them. So it's kind of like nobles create vampires that then work for them and do their bidding, or stuff like that. So the nobles aren't really looked down upon. They just look down upon the people they created into vampires. Because they're just like, you know what? I was born in this. I have a golden spoon in my mouth. Well, I made you. That kind of arrogance. If that makes any sense. But yeah. Oh, dang, adult Capri Sun. No, not with alcohol. I don't drink alcohol, actually. I meant adult as in like, it's like a sugar-free, and it's like supposed to have like electrolytes in it. But it's in like a Capri Sun pouch. Like in that. Yeah, like that. I don't drink alcohol because between my chronic illness and the fact that it gives me lots of headaches, and I already get lots of headaches, that it doesn't make any sense to drink alcohol and then deal with headaches, and then I get headaches from being chronically ill. No. Ow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on into Twilight. Hope you're having a wonderful day or evening. We're just talking about lore here. Very cool. That kind of lines up with my lore too, why Vesper's father treated him like shit despite being the one who turned him. Yes. Which is pretty standard, I want to say, in vampire lore. Because you do have noble vampires and you do have turned vampires. And yes, noble vampires tend to consider themselves better. Because they feel that, they were born into it. So they're better than somebody that was... Plus, they're stronger. They're stronger because they were born that way. Versus a turned vampire will never be as strong as a noble vampire. There's just a clear-cut difference. I know I made you, but you kind of suck. A noble vampire summer. Pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, I think that's kind of standard, though, for most vampire stories. Misa straight up calling me weak. No, but I'm not calling you weak. I'm just because logically, I'm just saying from now you have different lore, and then you may we're talking about the multiverse now when you're talking about your lore in my lore, but in my lore, as you can see on this page, basically vampires kind of appeared out of nowhere. And there was a singular person who was the vampire. And then he created 10 people. So his name was Ambrosio. He created 10 people, and they were the first 10. Why these turned vampires, it doesn't make... It's kind of like, with like where the humans come from. It's like you have your just whatever. You can't explain it, and here you can't explain it. It's just like, there was the one, he created 10, and those 10 were the noble houses. And they're all old, and they have, like, powers because they were direct from the first vampire, so they're the strongest, right? And then people born into those houses, even if you're down the line, you still have a direct connection to the original. Versus a turn vampire, yes, you're getting blood from said vampire, but it's a different way of becoming a vampire. You weren't born into it, you were turned into it, so thus you can't have exactly the same strengths and powers as somebody who has a direct connection to the first, the progenitor of vampires. That's how my lore works. The Misa cinematic universe is quite complicated. It is. Yes, the MCU. Oh no. No, don't give me copyright struck for saying I have an MCU song. This song is Colors from what do you call it? Code Geass. Yes. It's it's Lelouch's piano color. Can't wait for the next installment So the next installment will be sometime after October 1st, because we'll know who the top five are. And then I'm going to write it's going to be like a modern chapter. And I'll write a chapter how Misa meets the five people. So and it will be a Misaverse, because whoever they are, they have their own story. So technically it's a multiverse of different people of different stories and their own multiverses coming together into one. That's how I see it. The Fantastic Five. No, not in that sense. It's more going to be like meeting these five people. Like, I don't know, Misa went here and met the person here, and this is how they met and did this. And then Misa met this person, and, it's not going to be more like a group thing. It's going to be more a chapter, and it talks about how she met five different people. Kind of similarly to, like, how there's a chapter that talks about how Misa met Vesper. And it's only that one chapter that talks about it. And then it's just like, well, that's how she met him. And yeah. This is why Vesper 2.0 is getting an upgrade of the cybernetic variety, chromed up, if you will. What? You're exposing it now? Barco! I love you too. Welcome on in. It is Barco. How are you doing? You missed most of my lore. TLDR is I'm a Daywalker vampire. Sun doesn't bother me. Holy water doesn't bother me. Garlic doesn't bother me. Running water doesn't bother me. Basically treat me like I'm a human. That's also a vampire. That's all. So if I say I am out in the sun, don't say, oh my gosh, you're a vampire, you can't be out in the sun. I can be. Or if I say I'm coming into your house tonight to steal cookies, you can't say I'm going to have a silver cross and garlic. I'm going to say I like that cross. I might take it. And garlic, I like garlic on my food. Okay? That's all. TLDR. I may be a vampire dog. A vampire dog would be cool. I've seen different VTubers that are vampire, like there's a vampire bear, vampire cats. I've seen animal vampires. Like they are humanoids, but they're also vampires. I've teased it back in March. Oh, okay. Never. Oh yeah, you did. I'm dumb. Because you switched for a minute, so I wasn't sure if like Oh no.
Chief, am actually really easily scared. I just like to pretend that's not the case.
Do bad tasting jelly beans get you? Yes. I don't like bad tasting jelly beans. They don't kill me though. They just they weaken my powers for about 2 minutes. Those get the strongest. Yeah, they get the strongest of creatures. If you're a streamer, I do suggest doing the what are they called? Bean Boozled. Just no warning, you might throw up or spit him out. She's just emo. She's only scared of Linkin Park not being unspotted. Yeah. Don't take my Linkin Park away. Aren't you emo? Yeah, he is too. Don't call me that. Chieflet. Garlic flavor. Oh my. Yeah, I don't know. Garlic flavored jelly bean probably wouldn't taste good, but it probably wouldn't be as gross inducing as Bean Boozled. That's worse. I think Bean Boozled is just its own thing. Oh, I think we're done with the lore stuff, so we'll just go to just chatting, by the way, because I want to talk about October. Blah. So I don't have to worry about my screen. Alright. What are we crying about? No, don't hate anybody. We should be nice to each other. Roasted garlic beans would be good, but raw true. So, obviously October is like the spooky month, and I did post a tweet about this. I said, theoretically, if I were to play some horror games, what would you suggest? I don't think I'm gonna do I'm not gonna do all of October we're playing horror games, because that's not my thing. But I think I should try to include some. Plus I do still owe a horror weekend. I just have not gotten a horror game worth playing the weekend, because obviously Alien killed my graphics card, so that's off the table. Killer Frequency I thought would have been that, but that was mega boring. I don't really have very many horror games, so that's also the problem, is I don't own many horror games. So if they're cheap or something, maybe, but I don't know. I also would like to play The Last of Us. I feel like that would fall into the realm of horror game. I wouldn't mind buying that one and playing it. But I also don't know if people would want to watch me play it. Have you played? Yeah, I played Resident Evil. Resident Evil is the only horror game I like. An entire bulb of raw garlic? It really hurt my tummy? That sounds... Why would you do that, John? That sounds like torture. Yeah, I will say it, fuck Alien. Fuck that game, it can go in the trash forever. It destroyed my PC, I didn't even like it, it was trash, and it you know, I don't like it. And there you go, Chief, you got, yeah, you can clip it, there you go. I can say that, okay? It literally blew up my graphics card, I can say that. I legally have permission to say that, okay? Like, my graphics card was shot. Literally had to get a new one, so, yeah. It was before she met me. I did a sweet garlic smell for a week. Wow. I made a cauldron with mist and green lights for candles. For when the kids go, oh, that sounds cute, Barkle. I don't really do anything. I just, put a bucket out with candy, and I'm just like, please don't knock on the door, just take the candy and go. But that sounds cute, though. I think the kids will like that. I don't care for TLOU, but I'll show up for it anyways. Oh, you don't like The Last of Us? I wanted to play it because I watched the HBO series, and I thought it was really good. And then it made me want to play the game, because I never played the game. But I also was like, it's been a while, so I don't even know if people would care for playing an older... Oh, it's not that old? Is it that old? I don't know. It's 5 a.m. imposter. Why are you awake if it's 5 a.m.? I don't even know where in the world it's 5 a.m. It's gotta be, I don't know. But that's either you're going to sleep or you're getting ready for work or something. My neighborhood had a lot of kids, so we do. Oh, that's nice. I don't think we have a lot of kids, but I just don't. I don't know. I'm like the type of person. I don't like phone calls. I don't like being on the phone. I don't like when people knock on the door. I don't want to open the door. So it's like if people knock on the door, I don't even answer it. So I'm just like, I'm gonna fill a bucket with candy, and I'm gonna hope the kids just take 1 or 2 pieces, and that's it. I don't like Sony games, and it was one of the games people would not be quiet about for the longest time, to the point I didn't want to see. And oh, I'm sorry, but it's on Epic. That's why I was considering it, because it was on Epic Game Store. I wasn't gonna play it on the PlayStation. Last of Us is 10 years old. Oh, so I don't even know if that's worth playing then if it's 10 years old. Because my friend told me sleep as they call normal, so I went at 12 a.m. That's not enough sleep though. If you want to bed at 12, it's only about 5 hours. You might want to sleep for maybe 2 more hours. POV, you take 3 pieces in here, 12 gauge shotgun. I don't know about that. June 14th, okay. Hello, Dumar. How are you doing? How are you doing, Dumar? I don't know. I guess in the Discord, if you have some suggestions, the only thing is I just don't own many. Obviously, I make dumb decisions about buying horror games, and I obviously can't buy that many because I'm limited on my budget. And I don't know what's like good to play. Like DBD, I can play. I can play DBD as part of like a rotation because it's still a horror game. But I don't know what to play for, like, you know, like to play over the weekend or something like that. Because I thought Last of Us could be, but if it's 10 years old and people don't like it, I don't want to play it. The OPC Master came out in 2022. I watched people play Dead Space. I don't know if I want to play it. Do you know anything about dating? I mean, you date people, yeah. It's called you find somebody that you have interest in and they have an interest in you. You ask them out, and if they're interested, you spend time with them. And then from there, you find out whether or not you are compatible or not, and you spend time together. And if you're not compatible, at some point, you guys will realize that and it won't work out. Dead Space 2 would make me so throw a controller with how often you get jumped. Yeah. I also think that's expensive, too. Let me check. Let me check in the store. I don't think Dead Space. I don't see it. Too. Oh, that's like $35 for the first one. And isn't that old too? I know it's a what do you mean released 2023? It's just like a, I don't know. I don't know. It reminds me of Alien though. That's the only thing. First 3 games are on Game Pass if you still have. I think I still have it. Playing old games, I'm not throwing rocks when I live in a glass house. I'm not saying I can't. I just don't know if people want to watch an older game. That's all. Like if you guys want to watch an older game, sure. But my take on horror games has been pretty trash. Outside of Resident Evil. This game actually gives you guns and you can actually fight and it's not just hiding. I know, but I have seen people play it. I'm gonna say it didn't look like something I would play. Like, to me, it seems more like a space game than a horror. It's like a space horror game. I don't know. I don't know. Floppy Bird. I don't know. It's an I don't know, because, yeah. There's gotta be some other stuff, though. That's, like, worth playing. It's a space shooter with zombie aliens. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think I want to stay away from anything space related just because of what Alien did to my PC. I would be worried about it. What about Left 4 Dead? I have Left 4 Dead, but I feel like Left 4 Dead is better played multiplayer than solo. And that takes people that can play. Free time? I don't know what Back 4 Blood is. I don't think I've heard of that one. I'll look into them. Maybe I'll write down a list of stuff and maybe people can say if they like it or if it's good. I've heard Amnesia and Soma are... I don't like Soma. I played Soma and I got stuck in the water. So that's my other thing about games. I'll get stuck on them. So I don't want to spend a lot because most of the time I get stuck and then I never finish it. Because Soma, I remember I was stuck in the ocean water part and I have not been able to get out. Also wasn't that scary. It was more frustrating. Back for Blood is a spiritual successor from some of the same developers. Oh, it's Back for Blood, but it's not as good as Left 4 Dead. But see, Left 4 Dead to me is a multiplayer game. I need solo. Wait, what is this? Hold on, let me look at this. A DLC. Missing link for the main side. There was a DLC for Resident Evil 4 where you could play as Ada. I might get that. Wait, why? Oh. Okay, it's $10. I might do that. There's a DLC for Resident Evil 4 called Separate Ways that came out a few days ago. Says fan favorite Resident Evil 4 additional scenario Separate Ways returns a new story. Missing link of the main story is a thrilling survivor horror adventure starring Ada Wong. Additionally, on the same day, an update arrives for DLC Mercenary. Okay, so it's like you get to play as Ada. I might play. I'm gonna do that. Nice. That's one. It's just as solid. What are you talking about? Hello, MK King. Welcome on, and how are you doing? Our day is going well. We're just kind of talking about what we can play in October for spooky games. So 100% I will buy the DLC for Resident Evil 4. Separate Ways. I don't know how long it is, but that'll be one. I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well today. Yes. It's been a calm and chill Sunday. So that'll be one. I don't know what else would be a good horror game. Because, like, for example, I know there's a lot of, like, story-based ones, like Omori and stuff like that. I just don't know if people would be, like, interested in those type of those type of streams where it's mostly story-based. Because sometimes those get boring to watch. Like, it's fun to play, but it might be boring for people to watch when it's just, like, a bunch of text. So I've never downloaded any of those type because I don't want to scare off people with a bunch of text. But what do I don't think I have anything. All I have is The Bridge Curse, which I don't think a lot of people are really watching that one. I do have a Castlevania game though. I have Castlevania. Lord Shadows. I have DBD. Left 4 Dead 2, but that's like more co-op. Mortuary Assistant. We have Phasmo. We have Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil Revelations 2. Soma, but we got stuck. We still have Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. Vampire. That's it. That's all I have. There are lots of VTM games. What is VTM? Symphony of I don't have Symphony of the Night. I have Lord of Shadows Ultimate Edition. I think I bought it because it was on sale. I agreed with John. Play a Castlevania game? Okay. Well, I have Castlevania Lord of Shadows. Why does it not tell me? Okay, because I haven't downloaded it, but I have it. So you can play that. We could play Castlevania. We could play Resident Evil 4, the DLC. Turn October into Vampire. I don't know if there's enough good vampire games though, outside of like Castlevania. So I was playing Vampire. It was okay. I don't know if there's like enough good ones. Vampire the Masquerade, I didn't like that one. I got one from the library, and it was really boring. It was really boring. It was mostly just like running around. I wasn't even doing much. Like, how am I supposed to make a first move? Like, do I say, hey, I like you? I don't know. It's up to you. It depends on the person, but I wouldn't say something like that because that would be harassment. You basically just talk with them, and you go from there. Okay, so we'll do a Castlevania. We'll do Resident Evil 4 DLC. We'll do some... Probably do more DBD. Konami has a sale. Let me see. Store. Oh yeah, it does have. Let me see. Metal Gear Solid new. Oh yeah, there's Castlevanias. I see that there. Cowabunga, dude. There's a Cowabunga bundle. You can get that. A bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh. But I already have the Lord of the Shadow one, so I think I'm gonna just do that. And I just need something different. So I want to play different types of horror games. What's the one that what was the one where you're like Chief, you would know, the one with the like coffee shop. I know Din played it and he like died a bunch of times. Where you're like making the coffees and then there's a like killer or whatever. I see a cheap horror game, but I gotta make sure it's even good. That's just called working a store. Like
Pi5434 has farted on at chief _
closing
BLKBRD.
shift. Closing
But they already
time.
smelled bad, so it's nothing new.
Closing shift. I want to play one of those because I've seen a lot of people play games like that, but I've never played them. Punch. I don't have a punch. I don't think Nana's around to see if we can get a punch option. Yeah, because I watched Din play it, I watched other people play it, and it seemed interesting. Now, I'll probably suck at it because I'll just be scared. I'll be scared, but yeah, closing shift. You should, they're cool. What's cool? Has the old style Japanese horror? Yeah, I want to play that one. Subnautica is technically horror? Yeah. I don't want to play water ones though. I just want like a list and then see from there which ones I can try out. So what I'll say is if you have ones that you think that are good, not just good, but like that would be good to stream, you can drop them in a Discord and I will check them out. Speaking of Discord, I have the poll up for VR chat meetup. Only do the poll if you are interested. Like if you are not going to hang out, then just don't vote. It's to vote for the day, which day works best for you. And then I will go from there because I only had one person sign up and I'm like, rather you guys don't want to hang out or the day is wrong. So it's one of the two, which is fine. So we'll see. But if you vote, I will know. You should make a channel. I have so many channels, but yeah, I just need to make a suggestions channel. I'll make a suggestions channel instead of a feedback. We can dump, yes, you can dump all the links in the suggestion. Let me just make it now. It'll be under advice. How about we do it under advice? We'll do it a text channel called suggestions. For now, we'll just make it, there we go. Okay. And speaking of which, if you guys need my Discord, Twitter, TikTok, lore, anything like that, if you go to my card website there, it has all my links. So if you are not following me on Twitter, you can get it there. If you want to join the Discord, you can get it there. If you want to find my YouTube, you can get it there. They're all there in one nice package. I just made a suggestions channel so you guys can dump all of your horror game suggestions there, and I'll see what I can do, because I don't have much, but I do want to do at least a little bit for October, because it'd be the spoopy month and we should at least do a little bit for that. If you weren't here in the beginning, I went over my schedule. I may stream tomorrow in the daytime, because I'm not working. So we may have a gorilla stream. No, never mind. No, Nana's streaming. I'm not streaming. I'm not streaming tomorrow. We're not streaming tomorrow. We will not do a day stream. We will stream on Tuesday, DVD. And every time I die, I have to do a cringe pickup line or a cringe dad joke, whatever chat wants. Which probably means most games I'm going to be saying something very cringe, so get your clips ready. Wednesday we'll play Elden Ring. Friday we'll return with our subathon unlock of our hand cam stream. It will be called World Snacks Taste Test. So we're going to taste snacks from Japan, Korea, and Latin America. Because I will go to I'll get some Korean snacks tomorrow. I already have Japanese snacks, and I already went to the Latin American store. So on Friday, if you want to see a hand cam, me showing off what I bought, trying them out, giving my feedback, that'll be on Friday. Saturday, I'm not sure, because somebody a week or two ago asked me to collab, but they didn't confirm anything. So Saturday will rather be a collab or art. Like, it'll be like Misa learning how to do art stream. And then we'll round out and end Subtember on Sunday with the finale, our other unlock of Misa's Husbando tier list. So the only shrimping you'll ever get, we'll do that on Sunday. You can also put it under so you can put your horror game suggestions in the suggestions, as well as husbandos you want me to put on the list. Because what I'm going to do is just put my own, like, I'll just put like people, and if you want to trip me up or mess me up or just want to see what I think of specific people, put them in the suggestions, and I have to add them onto the tier list, and I have to rate them. So that'll be on Sunday. Yes, dad jokes or cringe pickup lines on Tuesday. And also just me trying to get used to DVD. So that's the, yes, I'm not going to stream on Monday, because I forgot that Nana's streaming. Nana's having his 1 year on tomorrow. So we should celebrate Nana tomorrow. The song, I don't have a song thing. I'm using Streamlabs, and they don't let you separate the audio. But this is Gerudo Valley from Zelda. Or at least I don't know how to link what's playing in my Spotify. I know you can do that too, but I'm dumb. I don't know how to do that. Yes, I got lo-fi music so that I don't have copyright strikes. So this is Zelda and Chill by Michael. I was looking for the artist. What is it? It's from the Zelda and Chill, a tape by Michael. That's what it's called in Spotify. Let me see, does it take me to their playlist? Let me see. Let me see if they actually have a playlist. Zelda and Chill, a tape by, yes, they have Song of Storms, Zelda's I don't know, Michael, let's see, yeah, they have a couple of Zelda songs. No problem. Yeah, I have like different lo-fi BGM playlists, so because Japan will copyright strike you very quickly. So even if it's like a background music and stuff, I try to get piano versions or lo-fi versions so that when I upload to YouTube, they don't hit me. Because my anime video, the one where I was rating your anime, YouTube said no. They're like toy animation, this animation, koi animation have all put down copyright strikes, and we have taken down your entire video. So yeah, they don't like it. They copyright strike everything, yeah. So we had to take it down. Well, I didn't take it down. They removed it. They were like, the visibility, it's been blocked. I'm like, come on, it's like advertisement for your animes. But I know even big YouTubers sometimes deal with that, so it'd be what it is. And even on Twitch, they muted some of it. So I guess they don't like you playing anime clips for some reason. So we'll see if we can continue that or not. But I'm trying to see if they're striking me or if they're just muting my whole VOD and taking it down. I haven't seen like an actual like strike. But I don't know if that's just because it takes time or not. Okay. Toy be stingy taking down VTuber tier list when Team 4-Star as a whole parody dub using their content. Pretty much, yeah. But I know there have been, yeah. It's just that it's touching. It's like with whenever I sing Only Human by K, like it's such a small song. It's a very small artist. It's not even a big song by any means, but every time it's in any of my VODs, they mute that part of my VOD. I think it's Sony. Sony just comes in and is just like, nope. Like, okay. Like, I didn't even use your, like, karaoke. I literally used, like, it wasn't even. But they, like, took it off. Whatever. Anyways, thank you again for today. I appreciate the subs from Undead Commander. I appreciate the gifted subs and pushing us over to be able to show Human Misa. I'm glad you guys got to see her, and it looks like you guys like her design. Sony's also ruining right stuff. No. Why are they ruining stuff? That's so sad because only I know. I mean, it's fine. Like on Twitch, it's fine. But when I upload the VOD, they don't get rid of my VOD. They just mute that part of the VOD. So usually if I karaoke sing it for somebody, because it's usually just like the first verse, they will mute like that 2 minutes. So it's okay. Sony sucks. It's just how it is. They have a different, it's a completely different system in Japan. And they don't understand, like, you know, people around the world have different copyright systems and fair use laws, and their fair use laws are different, and they apply them even to people that are not in Japan. That's all. If it's Sony, automatic strike. Yes. But yeah, so awesome. You guys got to see Human Misa. The next one, I don't think we'll get the next one, but if we do, it is the asset of the Misadaki, which then anybody can use. I know I sent Vesper the keychains because he was one of the tier 3 subs that uses VTube Studio. So that's been sent. I know I sent that a while ago. I think I sent that while you were doing here 24-hour or something. You were streaming and I sent it to you. So you have that. So similar to that, where I would just upload the file, and then anybody that wants it can use it. PNG tubers can use it by just using it as an image in front of their image, PNG, and people in VTube Studio can load it in as an item, and then just plop it onto their model. Oh no, I missed the Axu. No. Dang it. So that'll be the next one. If we don't get there, that's fine. I appreciate all the support that we've got so far during our subathon. You guys are amazing. And even the people that just watched. It's been a whole month of doing stuff and putting up with me with the month. I appreciate it. Thus, we'll be doing our viewer appreciation raffle next week, which I need to add onto my... Oh, what day should I do that? Let's do it on Friday. We'll do it on Friday. We'll do the viewer raffle on Friday. We'll do that. I don't want to do it on Sunday because tier lists take forever. And for the most part, it's pretty obvious who has been around consistently. So this will exclude anybody that's in top 5. Just because if you're in a top 5 of giving, you're already getting something. The viewer raffle is for people that are not in the top 5 and that have been supporting through views. I'll do a raffle and buy something off of your Steam. So we'll do that on Friday. So you may want to take note. It will not be noted on my schedule because Handcam stream World Snacks Taste Test takes up my whole box. The Super Robot War games wrecked my copy. Oh no. They wrecked your copyright claims? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's hard, but at the same time, like I think I've heard that if you do like song covers and stuff, a lot of times like you can't monetize it or anything because they usually will strike you. Not strike or warn or do something. So you just have to go in knowing that's only for views and views only. And Dumar is taking notes. So yes, we'll do that. Anyways, other than that, we are going to we're gonna raid out. Super Roto Wars has full musical intros for all the mech games. So one
new donation from someone.
From someone? First of all, who did that? And what is... Wow, that's really messed up. I like how it says new donation from someone. I forgot my name. First of all, Vesper, I've already told you to stop and you need to buy your car. Now I have to go in and manually do this. I'm going to yell at Vesper after stream. You need to buy your car. Okay? And you have Cybervest that you want to work on. You need to save for that. Vesper said he'll be fine. No. Okay. Hold on, let me see. 8. Okay, let me do this. Should I do it correctly? Okay. I do appreciate it. I mean, I appreciate the support, Vest, but at the same time, I want you to also make sure that you're taking care of yourself, taking care of Luna, taking care of your bills, all that kind of stuff. You do not have to spend so much on me. I appreciate it though, but I also want to make sure to see you thrive in other areas as well. Your brother and sister bonding. No. Let me get my popcorn. I want to see him get yelled at. No. We're all taking, as long as everyone's taken care of, as long as your bills are taken care of. I just don't want anybody extending themselves over a silly Subtember. But give me a second. Okay. Alright, wait. What do you mean, wait? I gotta rate. You did? You didn't tell us. Congratulations on the raise. I know you said that, your work time changed where you're working earlier, so you get to get home earlier. You didn't mention a raise. That's cool. I'm glad they have appreciated your hard work. That's cool. Congrats. Now you just need, someone else work stuff to not take forever, and then we can say congrats as well. I got 2 years there and okay, that makes sense because that would have been before I known, well, close to around when I known you. Think of it, headpats. You hit 2 years there. Oh, okay. I'm glad that they did that. Speaking of which, did we do shout outs? I don't think we did. Before we go, we have to do these. First of all, go check out Nana. Gonna be streaming tomorrow, having a 1-year affiliate anniversary.
You won the chat.
So if you're not following, then I will follow you with this knife. And you don't want me to follow you around with this knife, so go check him out. Go give him support tomorrow for his stream. Yes, Nana plays a lot of Dragon Ball. So, yes. We didn't? Okay, so I'm gonna go down the list. We have Chief. Go check out Chief, please. A good friend of ours.
Hydrate. Okay.
Wait, what is this one?
Like a sip in here.
It's not my favorite clip.
Oh.
Oh, I think that's the
Wait,
one
I
where
saw
he
the
made the
face.
weird.
No.
Yeah, that's the one where he made the weird face. The weird face that you can find on. Wait.
New
What?
donation from Lajima.
Do more. No. Right when I'm trying to. You can find the weird face on Cutlet streams. Just redeem the I'm a cat boy nya, and you'll see the face. Hold on. First of all, Dumar, weren't you saving your money? Were you saving your money, Dumar? What are you guys doing? Please save your money and spend it on yourself. Oh my gosh. Hold on, now I have to do some math. Oh, that's okay. So, add tip 10. Shoot. No, I actually don't want people to have my Daki. Oh gosh, we're getting close to that. But thank you, Dumar, but please also save your money. You guys do not need to do all this. I do appreciate you guys. You guys are way too sweet. When all I'm doing is shout outs. I need to do the math here. 230, okay. Okay, so 50, 30, 50, 40, and 50. Okay. I got that added. But thank you. I don't know, guys, don't, I can shout you out. It's my stream. What was I gonna say? My brain. You guys are making my brain literally, literally stop. I appreciate you guys. You don't have to do it. But also save your money and use it for yourself as well. Please take care of yourself. You've guys done more than enough, and I honestly was happy even if it was just a little bit. We love you. Well, I love you guys too. Well, wait.
New donation from NM John.
What are you guys doing? What is going on? Hold on. John, why? First of all, you've already done more than enough. I'm gonna have to yell at you guys. Let's go. No. Hold on. That's what I was gonna say. Stop doing a bidding war. It's like everybody is doing a bidding war right now. But thank you. I appreciate it. But guys, please don't get into a bidding war, because I kind of feel like that's what's going on. I feel like people are like, oh my gosh, my position is being taken over. Please don't feel that way. Let me do the math. I think it was 30. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay. I have to write this down and come back. All right. 8. Okay, so then I need to do 8. There you go. Okay. Oof. Okay. That's way too much in one night, guys. Right, isn't 45? Hold on. Isn't? Oh, we need one more, right? Is my math wrong? Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40. Is, oh, 9. Add tip 1. Why is it not adding? It's not adding. It's not adding to my, did it add? I think it did add. There you go. It's 1 to 72. I wanted to give you 50, that it. But you've already, it was 171 before I donated, so it should, Why is it not? Yeah, I did the, let me see. I think the add tip isn't working. Add tip. Let me see. It didn't do the 8. So I have to do it one by one? Alright, how about 7? Whoa, did you guys see that? It went down. Did you see that? It went from it didn't add the 7. Let me see. It's not adding. Hold on. I think maybe my bot broke. It's adding by ones. It's fine. We'll just do it by ones. Oh my. Alright, maybe I need to refresh it and see. I might have messed this thing up. You can blame. Who can you blame? You can blame Steam Elements for this? Stream Elements? I'm gonna make sure it's right, John. Give me a second. Where is it at? Where is this thingy at? Okay, so if I go in here and I did refresh the cache. Oh shoot. Oh no, it still didn't. It's still stuck. Add tip. Let me see if it'll work now that I refreshed it. It's still adding by 1. It broke. So you guys broke it, see? That's why. Here, I'm gonna write it down manually and I'm gonna go into the thingy and it should be 180. Okay. So what I'll do is I will go into Stream Elements and see if I can manually say this to 180, but we'll basically say that that's completed, and I will get those files out. I just gotta go back and find them. It's just a PNG, guys, but if you are a PNG tuber or eventually become one, you can rather slap it on the front of you and then it looks like a docky, and then if you are a VTuber, you can just load it in. So both PNG and VTuber can use it. So it'll be like an asset that's available. Or if you just like the art, you can have like the art. So what this one should say up there is... It should say that the next one is the 3.0 reference sheet at 200. I will fix it for later. Quick, you'll break it. Don't break it. It's like broken. Add tip 1. Like, it's literally not letting me add a tip. Gonna make a doom doll Misa sit on no. I'm trying to see if I can refresh. Let me see if it... Add tip 1. I don't know why it's not adding. It broke. You guys broke it. You guys are too nice that you broke my my thingy. It's broken. No, it's broken. With Misa keychains hanging off the doll. Even better, just size up the doll and let her hold. You could do that too. You could do that too. I will manually fix this, but it should say that the next goal is the 3.0 reference sheet, the actual full reference sheet, and that's at yeah, that's at 200. All the Misa merch. What do you mean Misa merch? I mean, we have a merch shop that has like some stuff. I applied to like 2 places that actually do like real merch. I haven't heard back from them. But I tried, because they like do acrylic stands and keychains and everything, which I would like, and the merch shop that I work with doesn't do that. But like they make them and ship them out, but I haven't heard back from them. The doll, the Dakian. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, I see what you mean. But thank you guys. First of all, you save your money. John, you're going on a trip. Save your money so you can buy some really cool stuff in Japan, eat some really nice food. Vesper, save your money. You can buy a car and work on the concepts you want. Dumars, save your money. I know Dumar's just gonna say no because he's like, I don't do anything. You could save your money and buy more skeps. And yeah. And go check out Nana for his 1 year. Yeah, you can throw your money at Nana tomorrow for the 1 year anniversary. Yeah. I need a shirt that says "Proud Little Bro." What? I don't know if I could. Oh, that would be kind of cute though. Better not. What do you mean? Don't shoot. No. Put the gun down. I have one too. Throw it at Nana. I don't have pew pews though. Okay, put my gun away. Anyways, we're gonna raid because it's almost 11 o'clock. Technically, if it was a work night, I would be screwed. But it's not a work night, so I don't have to work tomorrow. Put the guns down. Put them down. You know what? There we go. Nyan, please. Do the bidding. I bid you. Thank you.
Misa kindly requesting chat to put their guns away. How mischievously considerate. Nyan seconds the motion.
Yeah.
As mischievous adventures are best pursued without unnecessary weaponry. Let's keep the chat mischievously playful and create a safe and enjoyable space for all. So, chat, holster those guns and let's continue
holster
our
those
Hey,
guns.
Evergreen Banana, you're right. It isn't very intimidating,
Wow.
is it?
Wow. You're rude. I'm gonna go raid somebody. I'm gonna go raid somebody. I love you all though. You guys are way too kind. I don't know what I do to deserve such a lovely and loving bunch of group such as you all. Thank you, Nana. Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Vasper. Thank you, Demar. Thank you, John. Thank you, everybody that's always here hanging out, having fun. I am just but a wee streamer and vampire, and yet you guys make me want to come and stream every night. And I appreciate your faces. Well, I appreciate your usernames because I can't see your faces. I appreciate you guys so much. It's always fun when you guys are around. I'm always trying to make streams better so that you guys can have more fun too. But we're gonna raid because I need rest. We're just gonna see who's on. Thank you for the head pets. I was looking at the little like nice fancy head pats, but like I don't know if I want to pay $15 for it. You know, the one that like kind of like slides over your head. Cause then there's ones where like you can the hand can there's a person who did the poke, and they can like caress your face and stuff like that. They have a bunch of them. Mods playing Elden Ring? Wow. Okay. Anyways, let me see. Bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. Okay. I've seen those. Yeah. We're gonna raid Gloria because I love Gloria. Gloria's cool. She's a sweet being. There's always nice to be in her. She's a coyote. So unlike all the kitsunes, there's very few coyote streamers. She's a coyote streamer. I love her design. And she's playing The Legend of Dragoon. So for my RPG fans, you can enjoy some RPGs. I got ads, so I think what I'll do is the ads will go, and then we can go over there. So let me find my end stream. I need to get rid of stuff. All right, pop over here. Zoop. Appreciate you guys so much. You guys are awesome. And I do hope that whatever you guys are working towards, trying to achieve, I hope that those go well for you. And that tomorrow, which is Monday, a lot of us go back to work. That you have an easy Monday and an easy day at work. Let me type in a name, Gloria Canis VT. Alright, rate has been set. Again, have a wonderful night. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Arigato, arigato, arigato. Hondoni arigato. Thank you, everybody. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. See you on Tuesday. Good night. Bye bye. Oyasumi. Daisuki da yo, minna.